I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. My goodness gracious. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio show for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
Thank you, LeBron, no doubt.
Not 5.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now live.
We'll do it live
on YouTube.
Do it live. I can go write it and we'll do it live.
That's
do
right.
it.
That's right.
Just do it.
Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on this funky Flashback Friday. You'll need our telephone number because we are without question the most listener-friendly national radio show on the planet. Sorry, Ben. Yes.
Yeah, my bad, Ben. They gotta be up. It's the only way to count.
You gotta be awake during the show. I know. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in and have a problem with that, what Kelvin and I say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
There you go. With that said, always remember...
Sweetie Beanie, yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. And let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
That's right. How are you on this funky Flashback Friday? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, well, shoot, man. It was going down. It's, you know what? But look, you grew up in New York. You spent a couple decades in Detroit. You and I both know, yes, it is wet. Yes, it's raining out here in Southern California. But it's not the end of the day. Like, we still went and took care of business, or you went out at night, or you went to that lunch, or you had to go to work. It wasn't the end of the world. But here in Los Angeles, man,
I'm a little moist right now.
Thank you for that, Rob. I do appreciate
I was
that.
moist today. And when I went out, I had to run some errands. I had on my galoshes. Galoshes?
What are those?
Now,
Boots?
are you a
No, I
I thug it and I run from the car to the building kind of guy, or are you an umbrella guy?
No umbrella. Oh, no. Never an umbrella.
Really? Okay.
Rob Parker.
I respect that.
I don't mind getting wet.
Thank you, Rob.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't. I don't use an umbrella. I really don't. If I put on a hoodie, right, to cover my head, I'll put on a baseball cap. I don't want my hair to get wet like that, but I don't care about getting
you acting like you a black woman who just left the beauty salon.
Yeah, my hair's going to shrivel up.
Girl, right, I can't get my edges wet if you don't stop it.
Look at Alex patting his head like he got braids. When your hair itches.
Alex,
and
you should.
Look at that, and you just patting
did you
it.
get braids?
Yes.
I'm actually down to try some.
You should try some braids.
I told Mary she should braid them.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Miss Mary Mack would take care of you.
Let's do it.
You and Iowa Sam, we need braids.
I would love
Iowa
that.
Sam,
Hold up.
Iowa Sam, he wouldn't be able to go back to Iowa. They'd be like,
Cornrows, let's go.
Hey, he better not do it while driving.
That's right.
He mess around and get pulled over.
My goodness gracious. All right. Hey, we got a great show for you on this Funky Flashback Friday. Indeed. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I love that, Alex, for you. I do.
That's because it's your favorite movie.
It is my favorite movie. I'm no doubt about it. Ian is our producer.
Yay.
Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course, Elijah.
Love Elijah.
What?
Big fan.
Look at that.
So what did he give you that you've turned all of a sudden?
Some headphones.
The headphones.
Yeah.
That's all it took. Elijah, you could have remedied that so long ago.
Phones, and that's it, huh?
Rob, say that on air right now. Say it on air right now.
I'm not going to say that on the air.
Oh, boy. Don't do it, Rob. I don't even know what it was,
yes,
but I know
you do.
so don't
yes,
do
you
it.
do. I said,
Rob, caution. Ha 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 ha. Good one.
All right, there we go.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
yeah, oh, God is right.
Oh, God.
Can I say this real quick?
Yes.
No, really. Ricky from our imaging department.
Yes.
Ricky's girlfriend made chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, God.
Shoot. Come on, Rick. You were supposed to tell me.
Oh, God.
Oh, God is right. I sent him the picture of that Oh, God T-shirt that Elijah made up because they were so good. I was like, I didn't even front. I was like, Ricky, I need more. They were delicious. They were really, really good. So, thank you.
Always enjoying somebody else's girl's cookies. You gotta relax.
There you
Rob.
go. There
You gotta
go.
relax.
Right. All right. And don't forget with the iHeartRadio app that you can stream us wherever you may happen to be. Catch us and all the great Fox Sports Radio shows live in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app and stream us all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as your preset in the iHeartRadio app so that it always pops up to the top of the screen. All right, Kelvin, let's go there. Thursday Night Football. And, obviously people expected the Patriots to win in Foxborough, right? They're having a great season. And the Jets are having a bad season, and they drop to 2-8, and they lose. But what comes out of the game, was just the play of Justin Fields. Me and you, we've gone back and forth. You've even admitted now, that he's just regressed to the point where I don't even know. Like, what do you do? There's conversation now. People are like, he should never play quarterback again in the NFL. I mean, think about that. You're going from a first round pick to people saying you shouldn't get another chance to be quarterback. But Willie Colon, Alex, do we have the sound? Do we have the sound, Ian? We don't have it yet? Okay. Willie Colon is on the Jets pre- and post-game show. And he's a former Jet. And listen to this sound from him, Kelvin, and then we'll talk.
It's tough, man, because Aaron Glenn's going to sit up here and talk about how he needs to watch the tape. You don't need to watch anything. Justin Fields is not an NFL quarterback. Let's just be honest. And you can't sit here and tell your team and before games and want them to rally and want them to give you all they got when you're not giving your team everything they need to be successful. I mean, she shouldn't have played in the second half, right? Especially when you have a defense who is without Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner, and who played, I mean, all in all, scrappy.
Without A.Z. Thomas,
they were in this game, and this is a game where if you win this game, you're on a 3-game winning streak, and you really start to rally the troops because now they start believing in each other instead of the talent around them. And everything you're trying to sustain, they're saying, you know what? We won one less. We beat the number 1 team in the AFC in New England. This is billboard stuff, right? But you didn't do it solely because what? So this is like from a ball player standpoint. If I'm sitting in that locker room and he's talking to us and he's talking about what we should do, I'm like, no, what should you have done? Then what I should have done, because the tape don't lie.
I mean, those are strong words for local. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a former Jet.
Yep.
But they do pre and post on SNY in New York. That's the equivalent to Spectrum's
Dodgers and Lakers stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. That channel. And I to say he's not an NFL quarterback, just your reaction, and also just what do you think should if he doesn't play quarterback, what should he do? What?
So he's here. So let's.
He's a football player. We both agree with that.
He's gonna play quarterback. Will he become what he ever thought he would be? What he hoped, when he was in Ohio State and got becoming a first round draft pick and all that stuff? Will he be that? Probably not. But so I'm gonna start here. This is what happens when you and I used to go back and forth. It was when he was in Pittsburgh. He was 4-2, 10 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. And I want to make sure I clarify my point then, because it was. I still believe what I was saying then. My whole point was to just simply see what he was because it was working when you knew what Russell Wilson was. And I totally got your point. Look, Russell Wilson, especially at that point, he hadn't regressed as much as he had now a year later between that and the Giants. So you're like, let's just see. My whole thing was I want to see what Justin Fields is. We got 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, 4-2. Like, all right, let's just kind of see what that was. I wasn't proclaiming him to be the greatest. It was let's just find this out. I think clearly for him to make the business decision and then go to the Jets, where even Aaron Rodgers struggled, even though he put up some numbers. It's a struggle there. You can name the quarterback, the Jets, and you knew it. You said, Aaron, don't go to the Jets.
I said it.
It's just, yeah, exactly. So the Jets are not the place to kind of say, is this person good? Because Sam Darnold, who now is balling out of control, team looks great, Super Bowl contender, ball a couple of seasons now, 2 different teams, has built himself into a legitimately really good quarterback. Not saying he's top 2 or 3, but he's a legitimate, really good quarterback, was with the Jets. And has happened so much with the Jets. So Justin Fields, he went backwards by leaving there in Pittsburgh where he had some stability and going to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers left that instability and went to the Steelers. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but
so,
here go ahead.
Last point, I think he's going to be a quarterback again because we sat here and I pulled up the numbers. If we looked at Sam Darnold, his first 3-4 years in the league when he was a Jet, we would have had Willie Colon saying the same thing because he was 4-9, 7-6, 2-10, 4-7, and he had, 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 9, 11, 9, 13. And it was going worse and worse and worse for him. And you wouldn't have known he would got there. And I'm not saying he's the arm talent of Sam Darnold. My point is,
I was going to say, they're
I'm saying he's got to get out of there and find out what he is. But you can call a spade a spade. He looks bad. Their offense is bad. He's not making great decisions, and he's not just putting life into that team more than anything, Rob, right? Jackson Dart, when you watch him, it's not that he's putting up crazy numbers. He's putting life into that team, and Justin Fields does not do that at all. There's no life, and Aaron Glenn, maybe coming down from the ownership and general manager, is feeling forced to have to kind of keep playing him because we done bought him and gave him a bunch
or maybe
of
they
money.
Want the first-round pick. Like keeping him in
you ain't lying right there. They're on a trajectory. So I think he'll get an opportunity again. There's 32 jobs. We know that, and there's never 32 starting quarterbacks. But it's a wrap as far as him this year. They need to move on. It's just not working. There's no juice. There's no life, and he looks bad. There's no way around it. He just looks lifeless per se.
Here's the number: the Jets are averaging a league low 139.9 passing yards per game. That would be the lowest in the NFL since the 2022 Bears. They had 130.5 yards. Guess who the common denominator is in that?
JF?
Justin Fields.
That boy Justin Fields.
So you see what I'm saying? And then here's the other stat that when they flashed on the screen on Thursday Night Football, you just can't look away. And act like it didn't happen. You ready?
What's that?
48. Ian is a Jets fan, okay? Our producer.
Dang. Sorry, Ian.
Ian knows this. 48 fumbles since 2021, the most in the NFL.
That's a horrible stat.
Wrap your head around that. Think about
that's a terrible stat.
48 How do you have 4 as a quarterback?
And I'm going to tell you why that's
Did
bad,
you see the fumble we had last night?
Yes, I did. And I'm going to tell you why that's bad, Rob.
That was a backbreaker. It was.
Ian, you know this as a fan.
Ian, jump on. Ian's a Jets fan.
Ian, let me ask you this. As a fan, the weird thing about it is when you watch him, and this is why I think Aaron Glenn has been able to kind of keep with him, his numbers aren't going to wow you in the positive per se, but they're also wowing you in the negative. It'll be $160, rush for 60, a touchdown, didn't turn on. And you're like, I mean, it wasn't bad, and I think that's why Aaron Glenn has been able to justify it over the last, 3-4 weeks or so. Would you say?
I would definitely say that's the case. But the thing is, though, Kelvin, it's like all those stats, he'll get 100, 115 passing yards in like the third and fourth quarter. So when it actually matters and the game is actually still close for the Jets, he throws like 25 yards by halftime.
Right.
And we're so numb to that at this point, which is crazy. That's not normal. Like that shouldn't be something that that happens every week.
And he's had like 4 games. He has had 4 games, Kelvin, of 60 yards or less.
That's embarrassing, Rob.
4 games.
And it feels like his superpower has always been running, and even that, he's doing it a lot less than he ever has. So it's just, I think he needs a mental reset.
Aaron Glenn said, we don't want to put him in harm's way and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let me also say this. Rob, that stat you just said, those 48 fumbles, that doesn't bode well for those who would then say, well, his best asset, as Ian just alluded to, is running, because I can't trust you to run because you're going to fumble.
Right.
So that's what makes that more damning, is that if your idea was, well, let's run him more, let's make him, just this absolute beast of a running game, nothing, you can't stop it. Well, yeah, if you're prepared to have 15, 16, 18 fumbles a year.
He seems like a great guy, and this is not about him personally. It's just about him as a quarterback. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. The question is, what do you do with Justin Fields? If you were a GM or a coach, would he ever be your quarterback again? Should he be a running back? Should he be, I don't know what. Like, what do you do? I mean, can he play quarterback in the NFL? I'm just not convinced. I don't know how any coach, seriously, Kelvin, going forward, could bring him to the team and say, I'm putting my eggs in this basket. Like, that's the problem, because coming with all this baggage and whatnot, and if you bring him along and it doesn't work out, it's going to be on you, because he's now had enough Exhibit A that you can't say, like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. No, we got all the stats, all the numbers. They're all out there. There's no way. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on this funky Flashback Friday. It's wet in L.A. It's cold around the rest of the country, so we'll take it. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what we need to do, Alex, right?
What's that, Rob?
Stick and stay.
Unless you're somebody who uses an umbrella in the U.S. of A.
In the post-Nico era, what's the plan for the Mavs?
The plan is everybody can go. I would like to keep, clearly Cooper ain't going nowhere, but I would like to keep P.J. Washington, and just that you got to have somebody who can score a ball a little bit. I like that. And I would like to keep Lively, right? Have me a nice big who can play a little defense, change some shots, affect things at the rim, and then obviously, be a part of that tip dunk, offensive rebound guy. Rest of that, everybody can go. I don't want to. It's not optimal. You not have a star like an AD or Kyrie, but the fact of it is, hence for the rest of their careers, I just don't know their availability. Kyrie Irving is one of the most special players we've ever seen talent-wise, complete, just skill-wise. Often injured, stuff's going on. There was the COVID year, and it just stuff. So there's always, you just don't know the reliability of Kyrie Irving. Talent-wise, we know if he just was going to play 80 games, 75 games, you knew what he was going to get great. Same thing with Anthony Davis. Two-way player. I know exactly what I'm getting on both ends of the floor when he's healthy, when he's rolling, but I don't have a creator right now. I don't have guys who can get the ball. I don't have guys who can make it easier for other people. D'Angelo Russell ain't that, and he never has been that. That's just not his skill set. His skill set is really more of a come off the bench and get you a bucket kind of guy. So to me, I'm willing to start over. New general manager coming in. You got your new rookie in Cooper Flagg who needs to get things going, and let him just have this year to figure it out. Figure it out. Get shots up, play defense, figure out the pacing of the NBA, figure out the competitiveness of the NBA, the physicality of the NBA. Figure it all out. We're going to keep a couple pieces around, and then I'm moving. I'm fielding calls. How much you want? Who wants what for Anthony Davis? Kyrie will be back end of the year, early next year. Who wants what for Kyrie? Who wants this person? Because Klay Thompson's washed. AD's often injured. Kyrie's often injured, and Cooper Flagg is finding his way. So to me, I'm open for business. To me, you just have to be. I'm hitting a hard reset, building around Cooper, building around, whoever the new general manager is going to be, and finding our way, our thing, our identity. Because you can't do anything with the rest of these guys. To me, I don't like to construct it into what avail? To what avail? The Western Conference is loaded. What, be the 9th seed every year for the next couple of years?
Totally disagree. I think that you could have because you have the young star, you got the first overall pick, who's supposed to be a star, you could try to go along with what you have, hope these guys can get healthy, make a run. He becomes the bridge to take you into that next, because you already got your guy. You don't need to tank to get your guy. You have your guy already. If you had old guys without Cooper Flag, then I would agree with you. You already have them. You're not going to get better than what you just got. So you have your guy. So the idea is to be able to let these guys get healthy. Let's see what we can do, right? Let's see if we can make a run with this. And if not, then as you get rid of pieces and move forward, then you could start to complement him, and then you have a bridge between us being viable with a young superstar in the making, star, whatever you want to call him. Plus, you have a guy who's won a couple. You got guys who have won NBA championships. So, right, maybe some of that rubs off on him on how to win. He's around those kind of guys. Putting him around a bunch of young guys trying to all grow together, it can work once in a while, but it doesn't work often. So I'm just saying, when you have a guy already and you luck out and have that, and yet I just think about it like Tim Duncan, when Tim Duncan was able to go there with David Robinson, right? So,
but that was a fortunate – like, they weren't as bad as getting that number one pick.
No, but he was hurt, and they did – but I'm just saying you wound up being able to have both. You know what I mean? Tim Duncan was obviously your future, but you had David Robinson, and you didn't go – okay, we got Tim Duncan now. Let's get rid of David Robinson.
I
and
love
let's
your
start
example.
Moving on forward.
I'll one up your example with your own example. When you were them and then you start to get Tony Parker becomes a guy, and then you go get a Kawhi. The difference is, to me, a couple of things. One, you just can't have guys that you're talking about that are always injured. Like Anthony Davis is and it's only going to get worse. He's getting older. It's not like you got him at 23 and you say, well, we don't know. No, we know, and it's only going to get worse. Kyrie Irving, it's only going to get worse. And so the reason why, when you start to look at the teams that have had success over the last 10 years or so, it's guys who grew together. It's drafting Steph, drafting Clay, drafting Draymond, drafting Harrison Barnes, and then you run around. Obviously, Harrison Barnes will leave.
How did Toronto win its championship?
They had a core group of guys,
yeah,
and
but
then
they
went
couldn't
and got
win
Kawhi.
with that. But they couldn't win with that core. If
core, LeBron wasn't there, they might have been able to win.
But that core, they didn't win.
LeBron was hating on them.
That core didn't win. And so did you talk about? Okay, Philadelphia did that. They had all these high draft picks. They put them all together. Trust the process. Did they win? They couldn't even get to the conference. They couldn't even get there.
And then I go back to the Celtics again. You had your core. They had a run. They got to a couple finals. They won one. And you just, to me, I'm looking at now. Let's not even talk about Oklahoma City Thunder as far as you got some core. You got a great young Trey. I can't believe the Clippers gave up SGA. And so my point is, just find your things, make a couple of trades, get some young pieces, and build so you can build towards your future. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a funky flashback Friday. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Shout out to DJ Ali Alex on the ones and twos. And coming up, don't forget, we got a whole lot left of the show. We got to get to DJ Shaun King going to be joining us a little bit later. In the next hour, we got, of course, our NFL Pick'em Picks game coming up a little bit as well. And coming up also, we're going to be talking about NCAA scandal that has happened. But right now, be sure to check out the brand new YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's watching right now. The Odd Mob, hanging out on a wet Friday in Southern California or wherever you are. Search Odd Couple FSR. All you got to do, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We'll get some shout-outs to you. Ian will grab a few of those in a little bit. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Justin Fields, quite simply, looks like he may not need to be on the field anymore, Rob. And we're wondering, will he be a quarterback again? Is this it for him in the league? This will be his third team. Are you still buying into him? Is he still young? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Josh in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Josh?
What's going on, fellas? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, just want to say you guys make 3 hours go by so fast. I'm so thankful for you guys.
Man,
that's awesome,
we appreciate that, man. We always feel that way when we're doing the show. Kelvin and I will be like, we're almost over.
Hour 3
yeah,
already?
Right? Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's great. I just want to say about the whole Justin Fields thing, I'm kind of surprised you guys didn't mention this one name because I think this would be good for him to rebuild his confidence.
Okay.
Maybe a new age Taysom Hill. I think he could fit in that role, kind of build his confidence back up a little bit if a coach could, fit him into an offense like that.
Okay.
Because that's what he was basically doing second half in Pittsburgh last year, was coming in here and there, little plays here and there. So I think that'd be good for him if a coach has that vision for him.
Here's why I didn't mention it, why I don't agree with your sentiment. I get your sentiment, but I don't agree with it. I think the challenge is...
Thanks, Josh.
Justin Fields came in highly regarded. Justin Fields came in
as... first-round pick.
His first-round pick, was a baller at Ohio State. Like, he was that guy. And when you kind of come in, it can be gimmicky, you can find a role. That's a little bit different, right? Okay, when you are been a starter now in Justin Fields' case for 3 different teams, like... that's hard to then say, go be that. That's different. Now, if you come in and we're trying to find a place for you, finding where you fit, okay, here's a role, then I see that happening. It's hard to go to that from being a starter for multiple teams.
Well, it might be just to survive. I mean, if he can't really find anybody who wants him to be the quarterback.
He's going to go preach. He's going to be a preacher.
Yeah, I believe that. He'll have his own church.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you. That's all he talks about. Tim. In Atlanta, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chili Tim?
Chili. What up, Rob? What up, Kelvin?
How are you?
Yo.
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Doing well, brother.
Nothing wrong with being a preacher, but...
no, not at all.
No,
I love the Lord, Chili. I'm just saying, I really meant that, though.
I just don't want him to be my quarterback on Sundays. How's that?
Let me lay this timeline. Give me a second. Let me lay this timeline. So you take Sam Darnold. He went from the Jets. He played for the Panthers. Then he went to the Vikings, and then
49ers first.
Seattle, right?
49ers. Yeah.
49ers, then the Vikings, and then Baker Mayfield, which left a bad organization in Cleveland, went to the Panthers, then went to the Rams, right? And then went to
Chili, for every guy.
But let me finish.
Okay, but for every guy you got that, we could give you 3 or 4 other guys where it didn't work out. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
But my point is that Justin Fields went from Chicago, which was a bad organization. He went in Pittsburgh. We act like Pittsburgh is, but they've been messing up since.
Chili, he has 48 fumbles since 2021.
Wow, but here's my
point. Wait a minute, is that the organization? Sir, I'm just asking you. Is that the 48 fumbles?
But here's my point. I think sometimes these organizations can kill a kid's confidence and mess him up. My point is Sam Darnold got somewhere where he got stable. Baker Mayfield got stable with some people that really kind of, knew what they're doing. They sat behind. And maybe he needs to go somewhere to a stable organization, sit behind. Don't worry about starting. Just sit and learn, and then, come back, build your confidence up. I mean, I think he could be a backup. I won't say he can't play in the NFL.
I don't think he could be a backup because he can't throw the football. I don't see it, Chili. I don't see it. I'm talking about. I'm talking about consistently. I'm talking about consistently. That's why Tim Tebow couldn't stay in the league. He couldn't make a 15-yard pass consistently. You can make
better than Tim Tebow, Rob.
He better. Listen, there's not 64 quarterbacks in the world that are
I'm not interested in Justin Fields.
I hear you, but
Zero.
But again,
good evening, guys.
Yeah,
appreciate you, Chili.
All right, let's squeeze one more.
Yeah, go ahead. But they're not 64. Like, meaning somebody's going to need a backup. There's not that many.
I don't see a coach that's a project, and you have to convince people. I'm telling you that 48 fumbles carrying that around.
That
real quick.
Bad. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Justin in Bermuda, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Justin?
Odd Couple International. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You sound nice, crystal clear from Bermuda.
Yeah. It's been a while since I called in. Usually it's my daughter's bedtime when the show is on.
Okay.
So
what you got?
I don't get in. Yeah, man. I used to be a really big Justin Fields guy when he was at Ohio State. I think, like Tim just said, I think he needs to sit behind somebody and fix his mechanics, man. The coaches, he doesn't really play really well at the pro level. He needs to sit behind a guy. Maybe like if he could be Lamar Jackson's backup, something like that. A team that uses a mobile quarterback where he doesn't have the pressure to start and just fix his game. Then maybe he could be like a Sam Darnold or a Geno Smith, a guy that came back later on and was a starter for somebody like 3 or 4 years from now.
Yeah, I'm trying to go get on behind a Sean McVay, a Kyle Shanahan, or something like that. Give me Andy Reid. Give me discipline.
Justin.
Get me something.
Hey,
and
Kelvin, let me say this too. 877-99 on Fox. After Steve's update, we still have a ton of calls here. People want to chime in on Justin, so we'll just keep it rolling. 877-99 on Fox if you want to chime in, okay?
No doubt. We'll get you those calls in just a moment. Right now, we got Steve DeSager going to get you updated. Hey, Steve.
Hello, we got college football on Fox TV. Later tonight, it's number 8 Oregon hosting 6-3 Minnesota in an hour and a half, and about to start Clemson at number 20 Louisville. Clemson Tigers 4-5 this year. In the NFL news for the weekend, running back Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs still out, knee injury, and Broncos running back J.K. Dobbins out at least this weekend with a foot injury. Tampa Bay running back Bucky Irving out, shoulder and foot injuries. Tight end for the Bills, Dalton Kincaid out with a bad hamstring, and Lions tight end Sam Laporta out with a bad back. In the NBA, the the Brooklyn Nets at 1-10 do have the early lead at Orlando, 30-21. Paulo Banchero, the Magic, out with a strained groin. And in New York, it's the Heat up late first quarter, 28-22 at the Knicks. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out with a sprained ankle. 10-2 Detroit about to start at home against Philadelphia. The late game will have Golden State at the Spurs. In college basketball, later tonight in Inglewood at the Clippers Arena, number 15 UCLA against number 5 ranked Arizona. Among the games underway, at number 4 Duke, Blue Devils only leading Indiana State 30-24 in the first half. Among the 4 NHL games, Canucks tied mid-first period 2-2 at Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes 11-5 so far. Nashville already won in overtime against Pittsburgh 2-1. Number 2 ranked Jannik Sinner won his match at the season-ending ATP Finals. Carlos Alcaraz secured the year-end number 1 ranking this week. Novak Djokovic had already withdrawn from this tournament, citing a shoulder injury. The men's finals are in Italy. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a funky flashback Friday, and for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, which is pretty dope because they'll come to you wherever you are, work, school, home, doesn't matter. TireRack.com, it is the way tire buying should be, like Rob mentioned. We'll take a few more calls. Justin Fields looked terrible on the field last night against the Patriots, and we heard Willie Colon talking about a former Jet. Defense wasn't spectacular. This wasn't Rex Ryan's defense, but keeping them in the game against a really good Patriot team, keeping them around, and that's where you're wishing, man, if we had an offense that can make something happen, a quarterback that can make something happen, we might be able to pull this off.
And a quarterback who doesn't fumble in a big spot. Like he just fumbled again.
That, man. You can't be like that. You can't not be passing for big yards, not throwing big touchdowns, and then also be fumbling. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you give me something. You can't give me anything.
Ian, how many games has he played in the NFL? I'm just curious.
He's in
Kelvin.
year 6 right now, so I don't know what number game that equates to. But
can you
I have the answer.
Look it up.
Yeah,
I'm just curious as how many games to have 48 fumbles.
He has played in
how many? 56?
59 games. No. Yeah, 59 games.
That's crazy.
He started 53 of them.
So in 53 starts, he has 48 fumbles. Think about that. That's crazy.
You can't be averaging a fumble a game. Like that. That's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
call him
of fumbles.
Fumbleina. I mean, come on.
I mean, and then if you include interceptions, where are they?
Come on, we don't have all day. We don't have enough.
32. No, but you're looking at 32. So my point is that's what is that? 80
turnovers
in 59 games, 53 starts.
That's more turnovers than a bakery.
Yeah, I was
Sorry
waiting
about
Rob.
that.
You was about 2 seconds late with that one. I was
All right,
waiting.
here we
Rob,
go.
Is Rob okay?
Yeah, 877-99 on Fox. How about Steven in Minnesota? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steven?
Yo.
You guys.
How are you?
Good, man. Good. Hey, he is not a backup quarterback. He's not a third-string quarterback. He is irrelevant. You have 48 fumbles. Like, you can't even be the placeholder, man. You're going to fumble it when the kickers get, you know what I mean? Like
that. Hey, Steven,
get off the field, man.
that number is ridiculous. Am I right?
Unbelievable. I can't even, that doesn't even fathom anybody in the realm of 48 fumbles in 59 games.
That don't even
you can't teach that. So I don't care if he sits behind somebody and the coaches are the amazing thing. You can't hold on to football. It doesn't matter. You can't throw it. You can't hold on to it. No, man.
Crazy. All right, Steven. Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Yep, thank you. How about Alice in Pittsburgh? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Alice?
Hey, Alice.
I'm still laughing about Fumbleina.
Fumbleina. Come on, Alice.
Wait a minute. You know what, guys? He had how many? How many teams has he been on? And
this is 3 teams in 3 years. 3 teams in 3 years.
I mean, they said, okay, he won 4 games. No, he didn't win 4 games. He was part of the winning team for 4 games. Chris Boswell won those games with his field goals. Justin didn't win the games. I mean, I feel bad for the kid. Everybody likes him. He's a nice kid. I want him to do well, but he's just not a starting quarterback. He's not a backup quarterback. I'd rather have Will Howard, who's a rookie, than him. I mean, I feel bad for him.
No, I get it, Alice, and you just said it. Nobody's rooting against him, but the numbers. This is a numbers, generated, and we talk about sports all the time. Thanks, Alice. You can't turn the ball over that many times. You just can't do it.
No, you got to bring something to the table, right? If you're not putting up crazy yards passing,
right,
then you have to be giving me, okay, he's rushing the ball great. Like early Michael Vick, you didn't know what you're gonna get, but but he was gonna put up crazy plays, crazy yards, but he didn't turn it over like at the rate. This is a crazy rate. I looked up something to give you some more context to what we've been talking about. Who's the most running quarterback you can think of aside from Lamar, because he's still playing? Like Cam and Vic, right? Cam Newton in 11 years played 148 games. He only had 62 fumbles.
That's what I know.
148 games, let alone, 56 or whatever we found for Justin.
53 starts.
53
starts. Right.
So 100, and if they're only going by starts, then Cam only has 144. He didn't
crazy.
start a handful of games. So
all right,
that makes it even more like Cam. We knew ran. Cam started. He played a bunch of years and only had that many. So yeah, that's not good.
Manny in Miami. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Manny?
What's up, brother? Hey, man, I just want to say I run to my car every night, so I won't miss your show. Great show.
Man, thank you, Manny. We appreciate that. That means a lot.
Mad at you when you do it?
What's that again?
So says she's not mad when you do it?
No, man. No. Sometimes I want to hear your show. I don't need no aggravation.
There you go.
There you go. Heard that,
listen,
brother.
Man,
heard that.
With all due respect to everybody's opinion, man, I don't care if you bring back Vince Lombardi, Don Shula. This man is not a quarterback. I will tell you this. He's a hell of an athlete. He's won me a ton of money in the prop at the rushing.
Right.
The brother last night rushed over for 60 yards.
I think he has 67, right? Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, every time he plays, I'm over on him, and I'm telling you, I've won all the time. He's a great athlete, I think. Has anybody ever thought about maybe putting him in the slot, like a little, slot receiver, let him get the ball and, run after
He ain't going to the slot. You just keep him at quarterback so you can get your prop money on
Thanks,
him running.
Manny. Appreciate you. That's
about it. You ain't going to be getting, because then you're going to mess around. Manny, he was making money. Rob, now he going to lose money he going to get 4 receptions. Trying to put him at receiver. Don't put that man in no receiver.
Hey, let's squeeze one last one in on this. A lot of people wanted to get in. Justin in New Mexico. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Justin?
This better not be Justin Fields calling.
Yeah, right.
Hey, good evening, fellas. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you, bud?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sitting in the car to talk to y'all, man. I just got off work. So, man, the kids had a bad situation in the NFL. He was a highly recruited guy out of high school, a 5-star out of Georgia, man. Yep. He's from the state of Georgia. He couldn't beat out Jake Fromm in 2018, man. So when he got to college, I didn't really see a lot. I didn't really feel really good about him. And when he transferred, he went to Ohio State for 2 years, obviously. Had a good college career, great high school career. Then when he got to the NFL, he just fell off, man. But he's not a small quarterback. He's a very, very athletic kid.
Yeah, he's a big guy, 6'3", 230.
I think if he got with the right coach, right coordinator, right system, maybe he has another chance. I would take him over Kyler Murray to be in an NFL in the next couple of years, if you ask me.
Wow.
I think.
I don't know about that.
That's interesting.
I think so. That's my take.
Kyler Murray's had some moments and some you know what I mean?
He has, but the one thing that I do think, to the caller's
Thanks
point,
for the call.
Justin,
appreciate it, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Justin No Fields. I do think being 6'3", 227, they list Justin at, and kind of being somebody could be like, ooh, if I'm a mad scientist if I get a hold of that. Kyler Murray has a big arm and was also an incredible high school football player and athlete, baseball player, all that. But I could see the size of Justin Fields maybe keep giving him opportunities that maybe on paper he doesn't deserve. I could see that maybe Kyler wouldn't get. You get what I mean?
No,
right.
I get it with that, but I'm just saying he doesn't have Kyler at least has a body of work where he's won some games. You remember the Hail?
Oh yeah, he got him a bunch of money.
The Hail Murray, he got the full big contract. It's apples and oranges, but I understand.
You think that works against Kyler though? In that now you actually
I understand
have
that.
expectations.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I thought you were gonna be this.
But this is you got to remember Kyler Murray. I mean, and I know we got to get going, but Kyler Murray. Think about the history of sports. The first guy ever, when I say the first guy ever to be drafted in the first round of Major League Baseball and the NFL, nobody else in this country that has ever happened to. It tells you about what kind of athlete he is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
We don't question that. Listen,
that's the crazy part. All right.
He's like, and this is coming to the state of Texas. They say he's like the best high school quarterback. That's Texas. You know, Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees, all these electric and great quarterbacks out of Texas. They say he's the one, which is crazy to say. So, all right, play of the day, Shekel City on the way. Plus, was there a little bias when it came to the AL MVP? We'll talk about that as well. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Fox Sports Radio.
It's interesting you bring that up, Rob.
How is that? Think about that.
Oh.
Because the columnist, I'm not even going to say his name. We don't give him the pub.
No, don't give him the pub, please.
Explained why he has Lamar Jackson as number one, as the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. In his explanation, he mentions, of course, the playoff history, which is fair. But he adds this statement. The Baltimore Ravens star has been a 4-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro for his inflated regular season marks. But his 2-time MVP status is borderline fraudulent. His credentials simply don't measure up to the other legends who have won the award on numerous occasions.
You know what makes me mad about this? And we debated this, that we're talking about it. Because you know what it's like? It's like when you go on Instagram or Twitter or whatever your site of choice, app of choice, and then they'll say something crazy like, Michael Jackson was overrated. Right? And you're like, because it makes you immediately want to defend Michael Jackson. Or Michael Jordan, I ain't saying he was a plumber, but he was mid or something like that. It makes you want to jump in and defend the person and rage bait and get you going. So I'm not going to really go that route because we know this is asinine and outrageous. Lamar Jackson is incredible. You and I sit up here and talk about the stats. Some of the best QBR, not this season, Not last year, like ever. Like some of the best.
His winning percentage, okay, is .737.
That's not a fake stat.
That's not a
He
fake.
hasn't played 2 years where it's like, all right, I only made a couple.
Right.
This like, bro, 7 years-ish. That's a whole lot of winning. And there's a reason why we're mad at his stats in the playoffs, because he's that great that we're like, you expect him to win more.
But also, and you can be mad at it or whatever, it's not a postseason award. It's a regular season award.
Regular season MVP.
That's what it is. You could be mad that he hadn't won a Super Bowl yet, or he hadn't performed at that kind of level yet, or whatever. I say it all the time. John Elway didn't win until his last 2 years in the NFL. He won his 2 Super Bowls at the very end.
Yep.
I'm not saying that's going to be the case here. I'm just saying that's not the reason that you can discount what Lamar has done.
That's a great point, though. Because what we have said about John Elway, he went to Super Bowls and lost.
Right.
He's a loser, couldn't win the big one. Had he not won those,
Had he not won those 2 at the end. And on the flip side, we have people who will praise Dan Marino till the sun comes home, and he went to the Super Bowl second year, never went back again. You know, Rob Woodson, who used to be on the show, says he's the greatest, and he never won anything.
And that's not a crazy thought. I mean, pure throwing the football, a lot of people feel he's up there.
But it's different criteria for different people. The reason people get on Aaron Rodgers because he only won one.
Because of the talent.
But Dan Marino didn't win any.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they can say, oh, well, he's the greatest. And then you look at Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady might be the most accomplished, but if you talk to most football players and talk about skill, arm strength, accuracy, Tom Brady doesn't rank in those. That's why he have 3, Rob G, 3 MVPs? You would think he'd have 9 or 10, but he doesn't. Same thing. Is it 2 or 3?
No, we'll look. It might be 3, but I'm to your point. Playing 20-something years, it might be. I think it is, but. To playing that many years,
he played.
It's 3, 3 MVPs in 20.
In 24 years,
yeah.
How many years did he play?
With 7 Super Bowl titles, it's crazy. But here's the thing. So with that being said, I think what makes it more interesting is that this is something now, like where we've become as a society, where once reputable publications.
But most reputable ones are not on this.
Well, here's why I'll push back.
Well, go ahead.
There's a news outlet out here in L.A. that has been known.
What's the name of it?
I'll say it. ABC7. Specifically their social stuff. They were, ABC7 is a little bit more of the highbrow, a little bit more kind of straightforward news. And you can tell on their socials that they were just like, you know what? What gets folks riled up? One way or the other. And they'll post something you'll see and they'll be like, oh my gosh. And it'll be the most it'll be in Kansas. It'll have nothing to do with LA. This is ABC here locally. And it'll have nothing to do with anything. And you can tell it's because it'll get people going, right? And it'll be something that might be stereotypical, like it's gonna rate. They're gonna be people. See, that's what you do when you let those people, or that's what you do. Or that's the usual suspects. You get a lot of that because them clicks go crazy, the comments go crazy, the engagement go crazy, as opposed to saying here in LA, a fireman put out a fire, like, oh, whatever. Like, but if they go find some crazy wild story in Florida, some crazy wild story in Alabama, that's just where we are. On a Funky Flashback Friday. That's right. Thank you. Appreciate everybody who gave us some calls. And by the way, K-Dub Live for myself on social media. Rob Parker, MLB Bro, Odd Couple FSR. You can reach out to us there and on YouTube. We'll read some of the comments in just a little bit. Right now, it's time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Snap to May. Looks to his left. He pumps. He throws. Bolted in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. And who caught it? Trevion Henderson. A hat trick for the rookie.
That is your Tire Rack Play of the Day right there. And I'll tell you what, man, Drake May looks amazing. And it's brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. You guys know this by now. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be.
And we should say the Patriots Radio Network.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you for that. Patriots Radio Network. It's now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
What did you do today?
Did I do that? If it wasn't for Justin Fields, I would have been 3-0 last night.
Oh, yeah, that 12.5. I saw that 13-point loss.
They won by 13. And they couldn't.
That's why you're so hot on Fields
there you go.
Today. Okay. Now
and Ian, that's why Ian and I had all these great topics. Rob was like, no, we got to start with Justin Fields now.
It's my show.
There you go.
That's why. I saw that line. I laughed so hard. I said, Vegas know what they be doing.
It's unbelievable. It was 13, right? 12.5.
12.5.
And they win by 13. All right, here we go. 2-1 last night. I'm up to 73 and 67 as my total. Tonight, I got the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, this was on social media earlier. Brooklyn Nets plus 14.5. They're probably getting killed by Ian. What, are they getting killed by 40 tonight or something? But Brooklyn Nets plus 14.5 taking on Orlando. Philadelphia plus 3.5. They're in Detroit.
Yeah.
And the Rockets, I'm just expecting Detroit to lose any day now because they're 10-2.
Dude,
and they haven't
great,
they haven't lost.
No.
They haven't lost any game. They've been unbelievable.
Well, yeah, Embiid might not play, and this might be a tough one for you.
Yeah, but plus 3.5. You know how they sometimes the ones that look so obvious they just aren't. And
tight
anyway,
pants.
Yes. Houston minus 7.5.
Dang, who are they playing?
Houston is taking on Portland Trailblazers in Houston. So the Rockets minus 7.5, Philadelphia plus 3.5, and the Brooklyn Nets plus 14.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on. All right. You know what, Kelvin? I really want to get to this. How much time do we have, Alex? Okay, a minute and a half.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you. Yeah.
Anyway, you know the vote. I hear people on the radio talking without any knowledge, seriously, and it drives me crazy. Right away, it's like Aaron Judge won because he plays for the Yankees. If Kyle Raleigh was played for the Yankees, he would have won. Blah 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 blah. But Derek Jeter, guess how many MVPs Derek Jeter won?
None, right?
0. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, stop. Bertie Williams, 0.
Right.
I could go on and on and on. Okay, nobody winning MVPs. But here's my point. There's an East Coast bias. That's why Judge won. It's because the East Coast bias. Larry Stone is a respected columnist in Seattle. And I guess he reached out to the people who had the votes, and he put on Twitter the voting. You ready?
Yep.
Voters from the Pacific time zone voted for Kyle Raleigh 5-1 over Judge. Mm-hmm. So there's a West Coast bias there. Well, 5-1. The Eastern voters, you ready? 14 Eastern votes. 7-7. So Judge didn't run away with the East Coast vote. It was 7-7. And guess how Judge won? In the Central time zone, 9-1 for Judge. So it was people in Cleveland and Detroit and Chicago in the Midwest.
Did you have a vote? And did you use your Detroit residence, Rob? You think you slick.
We are
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes. I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
In the NBA game at New York, mid-second quarter, the Knicks lead 49-47 over the Heat. Karl Anthony Towns, 23 points already for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson out tonight with a sprained ankle. At Orlando, Paolo Banchero, the Magic, out with a strained groin. Nets lead at Orlando, 53-40 mid-second quarter. Nets enter with a record of 1-10. The late game tonight in an hour and a half will have Golden State at San Antonio. Denver's Christian Brown could miss at least 6 weeks with a sprained ankle. Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets is questionable for Saturday with a sprained wrist. Among the college basketball games later tonight, number 15 UCLA plays number 5 Arizona. College football on Fox TV in an hour. Number 8 Oregon hosts Minnesota, which is 6-3. Clemson out to a 3-0 lead at 20th-ranked Louisville in the first quarter. Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco still out this weekend with a bad knee. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple on a funky flashback Friday. Woo-hoo! Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. It's Thanksgiving less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is
right?
crazy.
That's right. I need some turkey. Does that sound like a turkey? The turkey with half of his head
was
off,
strangling
right?
you more.
Yeah.
Like I was worried for your life.
There you go. I was trying to imitate that.
That was the. You got to redo it, Rob. You got to redo it, Rob. Try it again.
There we go.
That was better. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, that was much better.
All right, Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. That's right. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving, use as directed. All right, be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. People are watching, subscribing. We appreciate everybody. It's unbelievable how much the channel has grown, Kelvin. And
yes.
Elijah does a great job. It's really a good watch because we can see, what's going on the air and stuff. It looks great. Just go to Odd Couple FSR on YouTube again. Hit that subscribe button and give us some thumbs up. Comment away. Do whatever you need to do, but get there. Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget, coming up, we'll be down with the King in 27 minutes. That's right. That's right. Shaun King, the former NFL quarterback and Fox Sports Radio NFL analyst. He'll join us as well. So we got all of that and much more to do. Kelvin, you're on this bandwagon here with the Colts, aren't you? With Daniel Jones?
I think I'm not saying they're world beaters. I think that they're sustainable, especially with the running game with Jonathan Taylor, and as long as Daniel Jones keeps being productive and doesn't turn it over, I think they got a shot. The defense has been solid as well. So I think there's a bunch of teams in the AFC like, Rob, I don't know what the Broncos are. I don't know what the Chargers are. I'll
tell you what, if the Chiefs lose to the Broncos this week, it's going to be.
I'm going to know what the Chiefs ain't.
Okay, because that'll be 5-5.
That's 5-5 is you don't want to. That team, obviously, I still
remember they were 15-1 last year. For they would be 5-5.
Yep, and they'll still be the team that get to the playoffs. I'm like, oh shoot, if I'm an AFC team, like
No, but it's harder, though. You say that, but in that division, you got to remember, there's 2 teams that are ahead of them.
This is a huge game.
That's what I'm saying.
Huge game. It is specifically because it's in the division.
They got two, right? They got 2 teams ahead of them.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
So, but with that being said, I'm saying that there's a bunch of teams in the AFC that are like, and one last night, the Patriots. Like, I think they're good, but part of us is like, really? Are they that good? So the Colts kind of fit that mold right around the Patriots of like they're playing some really good football, aside from a really bad game from Daniel Jones a couple games ago. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I just there's all talk about they're all in. They've obviously made a trade with the Jets for Sauce Gardner, right? Said something. They gave up first-round picks, all that. They feel there's an opening, a window or whatever. I just can't. I'm just going to be honest. Daniel Jones, I can't do it. No way, no how. I expect him to turn into a pumpkin at some point. I really do. The same way, and I'm consistent, because I am. that bran muffin works for me. What did I tell you about Sam Darnold? Like I was like,
I don't want to give you that one, Rob.
No,
because
I
will
said,
give you
the
game, but not the last 2 years. He's been great.
No,
except for those 2 games.
But my point was, at some point, that's what happens, and then Minnesota, of course, moved off of him. If he was a world beater, and they would be like, J.J. McCarthy, I don't care if we trade him. You would do something if you really had your guy, and they didn't believe in Sam Darnold enough because the 2 worst games came in the 2 biggest spots. So you could
I mean, there's no denying it.
You know what I mean? And you know this. Had they beat the Lions the last game of the last game of the season and won the division, Sam Darnold would still be the quarterback. I'm telling you. I don't have any doubt about that. But that didn't happen. And then when he got in the playoffs with another chance, he went to bed in that game. So there was that. Anyway, there's too much bad stuff, video and stuff of Daniel Jones that I can't get unsee. Like I can't unsee it.
Is it like you watching what's the movie was it Willard with the rat?
With the rats. I just can't unsee it.
Now?
I can't unsee it. and he's got to be. He is on my. I'll believe it when I see it. When he's holding the Lombardi Trophy, I'll be like, I'm wrong. I was wrong. That's the only thing that would change my mind about Daniel Jones is that he'd actually have to hold the Lombardi Trophy.
This is one of those times sometimes our philosophies and our theologies kind of change a little bit. You and I, I'm more of a let me find my guy till I got it. Boom, I got my guy. Even if I have to kind of go through a guy or two to get there, you're more of hey, we're just trying to win. So even if I got to throw, Aaron Rodgers is one of the examples we use. If I got to put Russell Wilson in there, I'm more of a put Jackson Dart and let me see if that's my guy. This one is another one where we're different. You are going to the end result so much. Super Bowl or bust where, yeah, that sounds great, but 31 other teams ain't winning the Super Bowl.
No. I get that. I'm just talking about when you start giving up first-round picks on a guy. That's what I'm talking about because they're in. They've pushed the chips in. That's different from, all right, hey, let's ride with them. Let's see what happens this year, whatever. You're giving up first-round picks. Everybody in the NFL, talk to any of the general managers. They can't believe what the Jets got. They can't believe it.
Well, listen, he has warranted it. I'm talking about, of course, Daniel Jones this year. The team is obviously 8-2. And when you look at what he's been able to do, it's this year, it's amazing right now. It's like night and day from what he was with the Giants. 70% passing. Almost 2,700 yards. He's got 15 touchdowns. He got 7 interceptions, and half of it, 4 of them came in that one game. But he's rushing the ball as well. And obviously, they got a really great running game with Jonathan Taylor. But he does add that element still. And when they're talking about giving him a Baker, like when you read further into this Jeremy Fowler story, they're talking about Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold type of deal where they got those 3-year deals worth around $100, so that puts you at around $33 million a year. That absolutely is a steal if you believe you got your guy in current day NFL, Rob. You start to look at some of this list of guys. I mean, I'm going to read off guys. Jordan Love is at, because you already know Dak's number 1 with 60. But then it goes Joe Burrow, 55. Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, they're all making 55. Tua's making 53. Brock Purdy just got his deal for 53. Jared Goff, 53. 52.5, Justin Herbert. Lamar, 52. So my point is, if I can get Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and I can get Daniel Jones at $33 million, starter, can win me. Let's say ultimately they end up winning 11, 12 games, maybe 13, and I can get some semblance of that for a handful of years. That's a great deal and some stability to your organization, having a great running game, having some nice weapons on the outside, and having a guy, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, again, like what the Seahawks now have in Sam Darnold, what the Bucs love in Baker Mayfield. For that money, that's a robbery almost. You know what I mean?
But NFL. But here's where your kick is wide right. Is that this isn't just about
I'm not playing Buffalo.
About the money that you're getting a quarterback for. Because once you start trading first-round draft picks, it's at a higher level. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I'll give you that.
Okay, once you start, it ain't like, oh, we got lucky, we got a quarterback, whatever. Now we're giving up picks because we don't expect this guy just to win 10 or 11 games and get to the playoffs. You think you got a shot. That's the only way you give up picks during the season. You believe you got a shot to win. I don't believe in Daniel Jones enough to be able to do that. I don't care at what price. That's what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing. And this is where you can look at Mike McCarthy for an example. On one end, you could say Mike McCarthy with the Cowboys, when everyone's there and healthy, dude was 12-5, right? And not won a Super Bowl, didn't go to NFC Championship, but you're giving yourself a chance. Other people will say, I've given you enough chances, so you got to go. That's what Jerry Jones chose to do. Where I'm going with this is the Colts, they can say, you just mentioned, well, it ain't about winning 11 games. The only way I can win a Super Bowl is by I got to get in the postseason, right? I got to be there multiple times, get some cracks at it. And that's where, again, like the 49ers, give Brock Purdy that money because they're saying we fell short, we got to a Super Bowl with him, but dang it, when he's healthy and right, when he plays well, we're giving ourselves chances with a guy who's good, really good, and quality. That's what the Colts believe they have in Daniel Jones. Now, I'm agreeing with you that it's early in a sense that this is year one, and it's, here we are 8-9 weeks in, 10 weeks in. So do you franchise him is an interesting point. A lot of people said that's what the Vikings should have did with Sam Darnold. Franchise him.
No, because you still have to. He'll make more than 33.
Yeah,
right?
But it's only 1 year, right?
Yeah,
so
still,
I don't know what the number would have been. Let's say.
But here's my last pushback for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And 877-99 on Fox if you want to try to get into this conversation. Here's the other one. They've won 8 games. Only 2 of the teams they've beaten are over 500. That's what scares me. That's what scares me.
That is a fair point.
All right, they beat the Broncos and they beat the Chargers, but they got
Chargers.
They got 6 wins against bad teams, and I'm afraid. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not enough, and that's the part where if you're the Colts, you got to be like, dude, are we making too big of this? Is this a schedule that has made Daniel Jones have a rebirth, or is it really him? I think it's a schedule so far. I do.
I actually will concede you that point, that I do think that it's helped. Where I'll also offer where I think that they have a level of comfortability is they have arguably the best running attack right now in the NFL. And so I think they're saying if we were singularly solely depending on, if this were, I don't want to say Patrick Mahomes like he hadn't had weapons, but you get what I'm saying. If it's Dan Marino or something where it's just him. It looked Lamar Jackson at times. Like, remember Lamar 2 years ago, pre-Derrick Henry, when all his running backs were out and and he still was putting up MVP year. He had nobody. He was like, Rob Parker, get in there at running back. Kelvin, go be a split out at the receiver. And still was getting an MVP. If it were that, where they're like, that's all we have, I would give you that. They're like, I'm a little skeptical. It's that I think they know they have weapons on the outside, and they have Jonathan Taylor, who's absolutely a contender for MVP, balling out of control. And I think they can say for a handful of years, we got this. Then as long as he's, again, playing at this level, we know he's going to have a bad game here or there. That's what quarterbacks do. But as long as he's playing at this level with this running game, defense is middle of the pack right now, middle of the road. And those weapons, I think that's also why they can lean on it. It's not just like, he's our everything. Pat Mahomes at times, Lamar at times, Josh Allen for sure at times. I don't think they view it like that.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Where are you? Are you buying Daniel Jones? Are you like the Vikings? You're all in, trading draft picks? Or is this the real deal? Has he has a transformation into a really good quarterback? Or is this just because of the schedule? Are you confident in Daniel Jones? I'm not. Kelvin is. I'm not. Where are you? 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. On a funky Flashback Friday. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're a believer in Daniel Jones in the US of A.
So what they're going to do, again, U.S. versus the world, new format, which will feature 3 8-man rosters, 2 of which will be only American players. The third will be international players. And they're going to change the way players are selected. It's because only 3 teams are going to be like a weird round-robin type of scenario. But long story short, USA versus the world, 3 8-man teams, new all-star format.
All right. The long awaited is the long. Let me tell you how wrong they are. Wasn't nobody waiting on this. Nobody had time for this. Nobody asked for this. And I think they're miscalculating the conversations that we've had on this show, other people are having on all their sports shows. All we want is for the players to compete. That's it. All we want, East versus West. I'm not crazy in this. This is what most people want. This is the format we wanted. We didn't ask for the change back in the day. Just compete. Just play hard. Just make it matter. Nobody's acting like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Nobody's acting like it matters in that same regard. However, you do have fans that ultimately watch, that get you the TV contracts, that's billions of dollars, that pays you millions of dollars. So we're asking, just for one night, not even 48 minutes, for 24 to 48 minutes, can you compete? Can you care? Can you turn it up a notch? And the idea that now they got to go to this format, an 8-man team with an 8-man, and that 8-man team's going to play that 8-man team, there's only 2 ways this could work. East versus West, lock in, play. Or if, because the conversation now that we do have is of the world games, right? Because last 6, 7 MVPs have been from other countries outside of the United States, then maybe I could see world versus the 12-man world, 12-man United States, let's compete, let's ball. Those were the only 2 options that I think people would say, all right, I'll look into that. This 8-man here, 8-man there, that plays that 8-man, the world this and America that, they're doing too much. Simply have the guys compete. And then I heard somebody talking about it earlier saying, yeah, I mean, sweeten up the pot. I didn't have to sweeten up the pot back in the day, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s. They just competed and wanted to win because, hey, I know people pay their tickets, people come see us. Not to mention, I just want to show y'all I'm that guy. Me and this, this West Coast, we the guys, Western Conference. Or no, Eastern, we're the conference. Just compete. And last point to me is also, the only hope that I reserve is I think some of the young stars, Wemby being the top of the class now, will actually want to compete, will want to play hard. Will feel actually awkward not competing. Will feel awkward being out there just collecting a check or just being out there for show, yawning. And I think there's a handful of young stars, him being the leader of it, Cade, I think Ant has learned now. And some of these younger players who are going to compete and make us go, or there's hope mixed in with obviously some of the older vets. And that gives me hope. But again, the NBA keeps reaching when simply there's very few things in life, Rob, where the answer's sitting right in your face. And this is one of those, and they keep ignoring it and looking elsewhere.
I think the problem with your thought process is that ship sailed. There's just no way you could reel it back. They're not going to play hard. They're not.
I don't agree.
They're not.
I could be naive, and I will own that.
Okay,
but I don't agree.
You going in. They sent in Dr. J and Larry Bird. That was before that they got the game where it went over to 200 points. That was that game. They went in before and talked about playing with pride, giving people a good show. Remember that? They sent Dr. J and Larry Bird in.
So we have a Kobe video.
Okay.
God bless the dead. Did Kobe make a video before he left? We need something like that. But Dr. J, them kids don't know Dr. J, unfortunately.
But my point is, it didn't help. They still went out. They refused to play. They're not going to. You saw it. Was there no fouls called in the All-Star game? I mean, because there was like no fouls. Like no one is going to defend. No one wants to defend. No one wants to be out there. No one wants to play. I'm telling you, Adam Silver, you should have canceled the game. You should have canceled the game. It'll be another embarrassing night for the NBA. We saw before the terrible ratings. The games have been an embarrassment. Nobody wants to watch 210 over the 210, the 205.
What's your blood pressures? Pressures.
Exactly. Like
210 over 80.
Nobody wants to see those games. And that's the problem. It's terrible. It's a bore. It's awful. Sometimes, like, even the NFL, give them credit, right? Oh, put the Pro Bowl on. People want football. They don't want. They even canceled theirs. They just got it. Dude, nobody want fans who love football don't even want to see this.
I'm not listening to you.
You can't sell that.
I'm not listening to you.
Cancel
I hear you.
the NBA
And listen,
All-Star
this is one of the few
game,
times.
So do something right.
From Washington on a funky flashback Friday. Drip was super wet out here in LA. Raining. Everybody's complaining and crying about it. Hopefully you're feeling good wherever you are around the country. Don't worry about it. Shaun King on the way. We'll talk some NFL headlines with him in just a little bit. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle, and Aleve can help you forget the pain and make some happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. All right. Let me clarify. I ain't a big-time believer in Danny Dimes as much as Steichen, their coach, their offensive mind.
I'm a believer.
Also, Daniel Jones has been playing well, and Jonathan Taylor. I'm in on what they're cooking up offensively. I don't want to act like I'm a Danny Dimes believer. I pray at the altar of Danny Dimes. Don't let me not say that. But I like what they're cooking up, and it makes sense to get him for $100 million for a few years. That's cheap for a quarterback. Rob said, "No way, no how." What say you? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Andrew in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, Rob and Kel? Hey, Rob, it's Andrew from the White Sox game.
I knew that was you, Andrew, from Chicago. I knew it was you. Without even knowing, I knew it. What's up, my man?
Rob was bothering you to buy him a beer?
No. He came to the game. We met there. We had a bunch of people, and we took in a White Sox game.
Nice.
Real quick, and I couldn't believe it, Kelvin, of how strict Rob was with his diet. I got him a pizza. And I kid you not, he takes the cheese, and he's just eating the cheese from the top.
Alex, just right the there. You know that, yes.
Cheese. Yeah, listen, I'll give him credit. Rob is a lot of things, but one thing he is a oat bran muffin. He is consistent. When he locks in, I'll give him that. I was impressed. I sat next to him. Now, granted, I have to smell and see everything he eats every day, all day. But I was impressed, Rob. I'll give you that.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Real quick, Rob, when you're right, I got to give you your props. Shaun and I, we both thought Big Dumper was going to get the MVP. I still think he deserved it, but looks like we were both wrong. But I was wrong on that one,
too.
Yeah, I'll take that one. No doubt about it. I'll take that one. I
MLB, bro, we up, baby. MLBbro.com, we up.
Where are you on Daniel Jones? You in or out?
To be honest, I'm out, but I understand why they're doing it and at that price because the Colts, come on, they're trying to get that QB. First, they had their GOAT that ended up retiring early.
Andrew Luck.
And then you go after Phillip Rivers. So I feel like they're just trying to find something. So they're like, hey, we have nothing else to lose, and for that price, let's fill the pieces. What's the worst thing that can happen?
That's right. No, I get it, but when you start giving up draft picks, Andrew, that's when I'm out.
I hear that. All
right, appreciate you. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Yep. How about Don? Don in the UK? Don is calling from the UK? You're on the
it's a UP, my boy.
The UP, okay. I was going to say, wow, the UP, we know you, Don.
We went international, Rob.
That's right. What's up, my man? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, brother. Thank you.
Good. So, listen, Daniel Jones, nice guy, great kisser. He's a terrible quarterback. And I'm glad Steichen sees something in him, but come on. Kevin O'Connell had no use for this guy. You really think if he was worth anything, he wouldn't have been the backup this year? And then, I don't know, I don't have the data in front of me, but, I think they played probably in the top 10 easiest schedules so far this year.
Yeah, Rob.
They probably got somewhere in the top 10.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
To go here.
No doubt. Don, you're spot on with the schedule and with the Vikings.
You know what the schedule thing, Rod, drives me crazy, though? Is because, and we all do it. Like, I do it, you do it, we all do it. It all depends on what you like. Meaning, if you're pro a team, because then we'll say, well, you can only beat who's in front of you. I mean, what can I do? I can only beat. If you don't like a team, we'll say, man, look, they only beat such and such. So it's like.
No, I get it, but when you're trying to convince me of somebody who has been bad for a long time and now he's good,
I'm disrespect his Pro Bowl.
I'm going to look at the schedule. I'm going to look at the schedule.
Don't disrespect Daniel Jones' Pro Bowl year. Okay?
What about Deion?
He only threw 15 touchdowns and got a Pro Bowl.
He had 15 touchdowns in 16 games?
Yeah.
Deion in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Deion?
Hey, what's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin?
How you?
What up, bro? Hey, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. I want to just weigh in. I don't like the way Daniel Jones played these last two games. He's reminded me of the bad New York Giants Daniel Jones. He's turned the ball over quite a lot. And then on the other hand, guys, he's played some bad teams, but guess what? He's beaten them. That's what any quarterback's supposed to do. That's what you want to see.
I agree, and I'm not Deion spot. That's true. My issue is when you're when the Colts go all in, and when I say go all in, when you start giving up first-round draft picks, you believe Daniel Jones isn't just going to win 11 games. You think he's going to take you somewhere. Do you agree with that, right?
I do agree. And, Rob, my last point, I was going to say, as long as they don't give up any more first-round draft picks, they got a pretty complete team. So they can get some good second, third, and fourth-rounders, maybe make a trade here and there. I think they'll be okay with just giving him just a little bit of money because we know $30 million is not a lot for a starting quarterback. You can even sit him on the bench and draft a guy and have to pay him nothing. So I think they'll be okay.
One last thing, Deion, real quick.
Yeah.
Are they going to the AFC Championship game, yes or no? That's all I want to hear from yes or no.
I don't know who Kansas City going to
play.
No.
Okay,
wait.
There you go. Oh, listen to you.
We have to wait and see.
Listen to you, Kansas City.
He sound like me.
Rob,
yes.
I'm going to break this news real quick. In the AFC West, all three teams out there will finish 11-6. Not the Raiders don't count, but the AFC West, all those teams will finish 11-6. And Daniel Jones, they might no. I'm going to say no. It's going to be probably New England or somebody else.
Okay, all right.
Chiefs in New England.
I don't think so. All right, appreciate that. Thanks. One last. Who's this Bopper in Massachusetts? The Bopper. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Bopper?
Good evening, gentlemen. Always appreciate the band, sir. Always appreciate the banter. Hope you guys are well.
We're doing great, no doubt. Yes.
Okay, old timer, a 65-year fan of the Baltimore/Indianapolis Colts. I get what you're saying. The Colts do have the greatest differential, points scored to points given up in the NFL. Just a fact. Is a fact.
Right.
They have beaten who they're supposed to beat. They did not give up 2-1 draft picks for Daniel Jones. They gave it up for Sauce Gardner.
Right. No. That's what I meant.
Please, Defensive Rookie of the Year. And
that was years ago. He ain't that same player. I hate to break it to you.
That's 2 years ago.
He's not the same player. He's not the same player.
Rob,
come on.
He's back now. He just needed a couple years. I saw.
Okay.
Yeah, and one more thing, if you will. You talk about giving up number one first-round draft picks. Justin Fields was a first-round draft pick. So who's guaranteeing that the number one, you're giving away potential for what you see is long-term, a steady defensive backfield that'll get you something, a good linebacking core, a good offensive line,
Bopper,
and Jonathan Taylor.
Bopper, I want
what
you to
got.
call back when they're not in the AFC Championship game. You better call back. You better call back.
They'll be there.
All right. Where are you? And you're in Massachusetts? We're going to bet something. You better call back when Daniel Jones loses in the first round.
No, the first round of the playoffs, I'll give you a ring.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, I love you guys. Okay, see
Yes,
ya.
I appreciate it.
No
Thank
doubt.
you.
Appreciate
it's
you.
good. We could have a back and forth. I'm not.
He's supposed to feel that way. That's his team.
That's his team. I get
and his team's playing. It's not like he's saying it and they're sitting here at 3-6. Like they're feeling good.
I've said it a million times. I don't root for teams. I root for my predictions to be right. That's all. So when you hear me with passion about stuff, it's not because I hate Daniel Jones or I hate the Colts.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? Like
right? No, Rob, we know you just hate LeBron and the Lakers and Tom Brady and the Dodgers
and Aaron Judge, right?
No, you love Aaron Judge.
Oh God!
You get all your panties in a bunch when somebody say something about him.
Did you say Aaron?
You don't know how to act. Hey, did you see, boy? Let me tell you something. You better not ever tell me you sore from all that moving the other day. The way you jumped out your seat when Aaron Judge was named MVP.
What? I didn't jump.
Boy. You jumped out the seat. All right. We got Shaun King on the other side. We're talking about him right now. It is Steve DeSager. Got you set on Steve.
Hello, gentlemen. Halftime of the NBA game at New York, and the Knicks' Karl Anthony Towns has 31 points in the first half. The Knicks lead at the break 78-68 against Miami. Towns 11 of 16 shooting so far, including from three-point range, 6 of 10 in the first half, and he has no turnovers so far. The Nets are 1-10, but leading early third quarter at Orlando, 58-57 for the Magic. Paolo Banchero out tonight with a strained groin. By the way, for New York, Jalen Brunson out with a sprained ankle, and OG Anunoby left this game this evening in New York with a strained hamstring. Denver's Christian Brown could miss at least 6 weeks with a sprained ankle. Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets is questionable for Saturday with a sprained wrist. In college hoops, later tonight, UCLA, ranked 15th, plays in the LA Clippers Arena in Inglewood against number 5 Arizona. Currently in progress, 11th-ranked Texas Tech only leads Milwaukee 29-25, about 5 minutes to go in the first half. Among the NHL games, Nashville won in overtime against Pittsburgh 2-1. Just 4 NHL games total tonight. Currently, the Canucks lead at Carolina 3-2 in the second period. There's college football in a half an hour on Fox TV with number 8 Oregon, 8-1 this year, hosting Minnesota, which is 6-3. Currently in the ACC, Clemson tied 3-3 at 20th-ranked Louisville with about 10 minutes to go second quarter. Clemson 4-5 on the season. Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco is still out this weekend with a bad knee. Kansas City's at Denver on Sunday. Broncos running back J.K. Dobbins out with a foot injury and going on IR is possible. Out on defense this weekend for Denver, linebacker Alex Singleton and defensive back Pat Surtain. Tampa Bay running back Bucky Irving is out, shoulder and foot injuries as the Bucs play at Buffalo. For the Bills, tight end Dalton Kincaid out with a bad hamstring. Lions tight end Sam Laporta out this weekend with a bad back. He missed practice all week. Detroit plays Sunday night at Philadelphia. Jacksonville tight end Brenton Strange is still out after hip and quad injuries. Jaguars wide receiver Brian Thomas questionable with a bad ankle. And Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson is still out with a hip injury. Back to you.
All right, Steve, appreciate you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday. And if it's a Funky Flashback Friday, well, dang it, you know we're getting ready to talk to our man, Shaun King. Down with the King, former NFL quarterback, Fox Sports Radio analyst, Real Shaun King on X. What up, bruh?
What up, Shaun?
What's going on? What's going on? I got to start the show off by saying I appreciate all of your listeners that hit me up, thanking them for giving out Penn State plus the points last week and Pittsburgh plus the points. So let's start the segment. Let's start the segment with my favorite 2 plays, one college, one NFL. Take it to the bank, double up your net worth, follow Big King. Ole Miss minus 11.5. They're going to Woodshed, Florida, down in Oxford. That's my college play of the weekend. On the NFL side, Kansas City is going to Denver and make a statement. Chiefs -3.5, Ole Miss -11.5. Take it to the bank. Add it to Shekel City. I see you doing better, Rob. I'm watching you.
Hey, I've been winning lately, my man. Winning, no doubt.
I said I've been watching you.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
I saw that Penn State one, and I thought of you. Shoot, if the touchdown didn't happen, they mess around and won that thing.
Hey,
when you know, you know.
All right, Crooks.
We got to go here real quick. Rob. All the talk about Justin Fields. I think you like Justin Fields, correct? Stop me if I'm wrong. But where do you go with him now? I mean, last night most people are saying that he shouldn't be a quarterback or he's not good enough to be a quarterback in the NFL. You played the position. You've watched this guy. He's been in the league for years now. I can't believe he has 48 fumbles in 53 starts in the NFL. What do you do, Shaun, if you're Aaron Glenn or any other coach going forward with Justin Fields?
Well, I don't think Tyrod Taylor is fully healthy. So I'm not sure that making a change gives you a better chance to win on any given Sunday. In 2025, I'm a big fan of Justin Fields, the person. I think Justin Fields, the quarterback, is broken.
Yeah, something's not right.
The amount of criticism, ridicule, I think the emotional impact that Pittsburgh going to Russell Wilson last year when he was starting while Russell was hurt and the Steelers were winning. I don't think that gets talked about enough. I think that really stole his confidence, and he's never regained it. So, I mean, if I'm the Jets, I'm going to hope and pray that a light goes on the rest of the year, but I'm more than likely in the market come draft time or either this offseason and free agency for a quarterback.
Let me ask you with the fumbles, because I can't – is his hands too small? Why can't he hold on to the ball? 48 – no, I'm not –
Why you got to be Kawhi Leonard hands?
Shaun, 48 fumbles in 53 starts? I'd never heard of a number like that.
So a couple of them last night I think were low snaps.
Right? There was a low snap. Oh, my God.
But I think a lot of it comes from he's not seeing the field clearly. So he holds onto the football for extended periods of time. That's why it always seems like their only good plays are when he scrambles. Like, he's not confident. He's not seeing it clearly, and his fundamentals are eroding. His footwork is bad. He doesn't throw the ball with confidence. He doesn't throw it with like a commitment to this is the right throw, the right velocity, the right arc, the right decision. Like, it's just a lot of things I can tell upstairs as it pertains to football that aren't in the right place. And turnovers happen. When you are focused, mistakes happen.
Hey, Shaun, man, we got some really, really good games coming up this week. There's a handful of good ones. I want to start with this one right here. This one could potentially be to say the statement of who's the best in the NFC. You got Rams going to be hosting the Seahawks right there. Two teams that look good, two teams that look very complete as well. Who do you like in this one, and why? What do you think is going to be the reason why they win?
I'm still not a full believer in the Seahawks. So I'm going with the Rams at home in this game. And listen, I don't want to say anything.
Why do you say that? Is it
I don't know
Sam
what
Darnold?
quality. I know anybody can lose to anybody in the NFL, but I still don't know what quality opponent Seattle's beating. Washington's a dead dog. They beat them without Jaden Daniels from start to finish. If you watch the Arizona game, I mean, it was 21-0, and the defense has scored twice.
Right.
So they boat raced errors. I want to see. I'm very skeptical of Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, no matter what they do in the regular season, until I see one of them in the playoffs play at that level. So I trust Matthew Stafford more. I like what Seattle's doing, but I don't fully believe in it. I'm going Rams. I think they're the more sound investment of the two teams.
And you mentioned Daniel Jones. Obviously, the Colts, trading first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. They're all in on Daniel Jones. I'm not in there. I can't do it. They're 8-2 or whatever. I think they're 8-2. But the 6 of their wins against teams under 500, they've had a really easy schedule. I'm just not. I can't believe. I can't unsee all the bad Daniel Jones. Where are you on Daniel Jones and the Colts?
I agree with you 100%. I'm not a believer. In the last. Not this week because Taylor went for 3 touchdowns. Right. But the 2 games prior to that, when he struggled and the running game wasn't as dominant as it has been, and Daniel had to throw the ball for him to win. Some of the old Daniel Jones started to pop up and show itself again. But let me say this about the Colts in general and the National Football League. If Jonathan Taylor is not NFL MVP,
he's not going to be
continues
MVP.
to play at the level, the NFL really needs to just publicly say a non-quarterback can't win NFL MVP. Because what Jonathan Taylor is doing this year is unbelievable.
Yeah, we hear you. We talked about it, but go ahead. It's about to be Matthew Stafford or Drake May. They're going to give it to a quarterback. That's just what they do. Let me ask you this one. Shaun King, our guest, of course, on the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Funky Freestyle Friday. Real quick, I'm looking at this one for me. I'm biased, and of course, I'm a Lions fan, but I feel like they've been playing better football than the Eagles, even though the Eagles have the better record. Where are you?
He's
with
a
these
Lions
two teams?
homer. Go ahead.
No, I said I led with that. Eagles, Lions. The Lions are obviously playing better, but the Eagles are the better record and reigning champs, so you want to put some respect on their name.
I believe 100% in the Detroit Lions offense. I'm about 20% a believer on the defensive side of the ball. When they've gone up against a quality quarterback and quality passing game, they've gotten blitzkrieg on the back end. So I'm nervous about them when they get in the playoffs and they've got to go up against Stafford or Baker Mayfield or this week they play. Which Jalen Hurts will we get? I'm assuming they're going to target A.J. Brown after his comments where he finally admitted what I've been saying. Remember, I came on here the last year and a half and said A.J. Brown is close to exploding. So maybe they decide to target their best wide receiver this week, and Jalen Hurts looked competent throwing the ball. But I'm not a full believer on the back end of that Detroit defense quite yet.
All right.
No doubt. All right, and I echo the same thing. That's the end of the team that worries me and anybody who watches them. Shaun, thank you, man.
Sean, I got them not making the playoffs, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
hey, one thing we did find out about your Lions, though. Dan Campbell actually is an X's and O's guy. Up until that point, we just thought he was a rah-rah guy.
I saw that boy out there. It wasn't a menu, Rob. He was calling plays. It wasn't a menu.
Well, let's see when it's a different competition, though. We'll see.
All right, so
I just needed to make the postseason at this time.
By the way, Ole Miss and Kansas City, the plays of the weekend, but Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, get your popcorn. We got some big-time college football.
I think there's a chance that Kansas City gets shut out. I'm just saying.
You mean shut out as meaning like in the fourth quarter after they're up 35-3?
No, I mean like shut out. You know how good Denver's defense has been?
No Patrick Surtain. He's out this week.
Yeah, but their defense has been unbelievable. All right, we got to go. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you, Shaun, man. Appreciate it. All right, we talk about the Steelers and the Ravens and their division right now. There's somebody who's practicing who might be trying to come back and save the day. We'll tell you who it is next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, it is news, but I can't say it's breaking news because we all kind of saw this one coming for the last couple of weeks. The Dallas Mavericks have officially parted ways with embattled general manager Nico Harrison 9 months after he upended the franchise by trading away all-world point guard Luka Doncic for a package including Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis famously has only played 14 of 46 possible games since the trade. The team has started out there the second worst record in the Western Conference, and ownership couldn't take it anymore. So Nico Harrison is out in Dallas.
All right, and you know what? I get it. When you're down, losing 3-11 to start, right? People want blood. Fans aren't happy. I get all that. But I'm going to tell you this. You guys can say whatever you want. Have your party. Have your parade. Because Nico's gotten run out of Dallas. Do all that. Pump your chest. It's about time. This was the same general manager that led his team to the NBA Finals in 2024. Right? Not 9 years ago. I get it. He is being used as a scapegoat. He traded Luka Doncic not because he wanted to trade him. It's because ownership didn't want to pay him. Did you hear me? It wasn't because he wanted to trade him. It was because ownership didn't want to pay him. Those are the facts. Let me give you some other facts why this is a scapegoat move. It ain't like he's got his team together, the one that he put together. If he had that team together and they were 3-11, by all means. AD's hurt. Kyrie's hurt. Cooper Flag, unimpressive so far, out of position, not playing well. The number 1 overall pick, he's the be-all, end-all vanilla ice cream that we can't resist. No. None of it has worked out. But they aren't bad because they're healthy and they're all together and they just haven't played well. None of that is the case. And if you're going to do that, Jason Kidd should be on a rail on his way out as well. Oh, wait a minute. You can look at Jason Kidd and say, well, of course, because the team's not healthy, so Jason Kidd doesn't have to go anywhere. Is that how it works? But the general manager who got you talent, you can say all you want. All you NBA fans, ask your team and your general managers, when was the last time they went to the NBA Finals? I'll wait, because it's been a long time. So I have an issue with the idea, if this was a team with Kyrie, with AD, with the overall number 1 pick, and he was lights out and all this other stuff was happening, they wouldn't be 3-11. And I get it. It's real simple. Sports has a short menu. Fans look at 3-11. They're not happy. You got to do something. You just gave Jason Kidd a new contract, didn't you? So, of course, Nico is going to be the fall guy.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear nothing you talking about right now because none of this is new, Rob. We knew going into the trade that Anthony Davis was a liability because he was always injured, which works when you have a team like LeBron and some other pieces. You say, okay. But when he's going to be your focal point, tied in with your other focal point, Kyrie Irving, who's always injured, that was the problem. That's what I was yelling at you during those weeks of the trade.
Who traded him? Ownership or him?
Absolutely
who
ownership.
Made the trade?
Ownership.
Okay. That's what that. So I just want to get that on the table.
Well, I was going to go there.
You can react now.
He is absolutely the fall guy. He is absolutely the scapegoat.
He didn't trade
because
Luka because he didn't want to pay him.
You cannot trade Luka with. It's not like he's a middling guy that you didn't know was going to all of a sudden become a star. You didn't trade. Say it was Austin Reeves 3 years ago and then became a star. Oh, we didn't see that coming. You can't trade Luka Doncic without the sign-off of the ownership. And the ownership listened to him. They at least allegedly that he brought it up. He pitched it. They didn't want to sign him for all the max money because they believe he was injury-prone and he wasn't going to get in shape. Well, that's also part of the problem, Rob, is that they're 3-11 and the Lakers are like the opposite of that. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky flashback Friday. Thank you to Shaun King.
Do that?
You did do it. Shaun King just joined us. Check out the pod. You can see it there. For over 40 years, that's right, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. That's right, they'll come to you wherever you are. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. We talk about this, Rob. Big matchup. You got Steelers hosting the Bengals. Obviously in that division there, AFC North. Teams are still competing. Ravens still trying to make a push for this. And the Bengals are like teetering, little bit of life left. And they might be getting somebody back sooner than later, right, Ian?
That is correct. So Joe Burrow has returned to practice earlier this week, and reporters asked him when his targeted return would be, and he said it would be very meaningful if he could return by Thanksgiving. Now, that's far from guaranteed as to whether he'll be able to or not, but that is at least his goal. And I don't even know how much you can trust injury reports these days, because it was originally supposed to be that he was going to be back by like mid-December at the earliest. So this is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just poppycock and talk or whatever and acting like something's going to happen. To me, I'm always going to be consistent. If somebody's healthy and they can play, they should play. If they're not healthy or they're 50% or 60%, no. You can't put in a guy of that ilk who's been hurt already a lot in his career. Do you want to lose him? You know what I mean? And what are you coming back to if you're not healthy? Again, if you're not healthy. If you're healthy and you can play, as soon as you're healthy, you should play.
Well, we talked about this with Jaden Daniels. I think that's who it was. We were talking about it. So this is interesting because that timeline they had him around sometime in December was kind of when they were thinking he would be coming back. Now you're hearing against Baltimore Ravens around Thanksgiving. And Joe Flacco has played very well for them. Very, very well, actually. And to me, I want to just go ahead and ride this thing out with him in the sense that you are going to need Joe Burrow. That's your guy. He's already been banged up the last few years some. And so I agree if he were all of a sudden like just miraculously healthy in the next 2 weeks, sure, fight it out, see if you can make a push. And more than anything, just get some stability to this team. Like get something going. Like, yo, this is who we are. But if he, to your point, if he's trying to rush it just to rush it, just to, no, I'm okay to get back out there, to me, it's just not worth it for what he means to that organization, right? You got to a Super Bowl early with this guy. You're going to be competing.
His second year, remember, he's hurt his first year and only played half a year, comes back, takes the team to the Super Bowl.
Right, and that's the guy. And again, you're in a division where you're competing against a Lamar Jackson, right? You compete, Aaron Rodgers now, but who knows, maybe Aaron Rodgers again next year. But you're in a conference where you got now Drake Mays here. Is Bo Nix real or not? Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, as I mentioned, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Like, you got a lot going on in that division, a conference. So you want to make sure your guy is ready to roll next year. So I wouldn't put him out there any sooner than he is 100% healthy, and we still have some semblance of a shot of winning the division. If that's gone and he's, 80, 75% health, I'm good. Have a seat, Joe. We'll holler at you in off training, off season training. We'll do that then.
You guys remember, quarterback hasn't even really been the issue for Cincinnati since they traded for Joe Flacco.
No,
They're still
it's not the quarterback.
38 a game. It's the defense.
It's the defense. They can't stop anybody. Exactly. So it's not like, oh, my God, if we get Joe Burrow, we'll get back to scoring 30 points a game. No, they're already scoring 30 points a game. So it's more about, and I'm not saying you don't want him back as soon as he's ready to play. It's his team. So I get that. Joe Flacco's the stopgap, but I'm not rushing that guy.
No. You can't do that. Too much rides on him for the next, half a decade at least, maybe more than that decade. So he means too much. But again, also you just mentioned it, man. Joe Flacco's played well, and that defense is the issue, right? That and remember, you got the running back Chase Brown all mad because the defense couldn't get a stop when the offense came back against the Bears and made a game of it. So that's their issue. And at some point in the offseason, they got to right that ship. Otherwise, even if it's Joe Burrow, it's going to be pointless, putting up pointless stats.
We are Fox Sports.
up? It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
In the NBA tonight, the New York Knicks are getting quite a game from Karl Anthony Towns, who's up to 33 points late third quarter, most of that in the first half. Knicks lead 104-100 against Miami late third quarter. And this is with Jalen Brunson out with a sprained ankle and New York's OG Anunoby left with a strained hamstring. At Orlando for the Magic, Paolo Banchero out with a strained groin. In that game, it's the Nets at 1-10. leading Orlando at the end of 3, 82-79. Also in progress, Lakers in the second quarter lead 53-43 at New Orleans, which is just 2-9 this year. Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco is still out this weekend with a knee injury. Running back for the Broncos, J.K. Dobbins, out with a foot injury. Tampa Bay running back Bucky Irving out, shoulder and foot injuries. College football, Clemson leads late first half 10-9 at number 20 Louisville. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3, unbelievable, on a funky flashback Friday. Here comes the weekend, and getting a new job can be much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's www.expresspros.com. And don't forget to check out the podcast in case you missed it. Any of the show, that's right. Because right after the show, Ian's working on it as we speak. Today's podcast will be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it at least 5 stars. You know why, Kelvin?
What's that?
Because we're worth it. That's right.
We are.
Wow. And you can even provide a review. Again, just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best of version posted right at the end of the show. Don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, Lamar Mitchell. That's right, Betchy MGM, Director of Trading. Plus, Last Call and Pigskin Pickoff. So we got a lot to get into to pack in this final hour to end the week. It's been a great week here on The Odd Couple.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking forward to some rest and relaxation. Moving is a lot. You know what I mean? It really
is, man. Mental, physical, financial, all
it
those.
Is. God only knows. All I know, I've just been dishing out money. But I will say this. I had the bed put together today.
Okay.
So I will
not. Wait. Back up. Where did you end up sleeping that night? Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Tomorrow's going to be a rough day.
Where did you end up sleeping? Remember you were like, do you go to the newborn, or what did you do?
So I stayed at the new place on the floor, on the mattress on the floor. Yeah. So I spent a couple nights like that. Finally, tonight will be the first night in the new bed, the mattress on the frame or whatever. So I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep or whatever. But I'll be honest. New place, sleeping on the floor. I slept like a baby. I think it probably had to do with the moving part because I was involved.
Wore you out?
Yeah, I was involved in the moving, not just.
Was she okay on the floor?
Okay, here we go.
What? You're a young, spry man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Unbelievable.
Man, I'm not going to lie. Alex let me hear all the drops we gave him this week. I don't know if we were on one or if he was just fine-tooth combing us, and listening for everything. I don't know.
I mean, Alex might have set a record this week for pulling out pulling drops, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Ian, what Ian's saying to himself, what possibly could that have been? How was that possibly said during a radio show?
Yeah,
I mean, I was here yesterday, so I yesterday was just Exhibit A.
Was that the taco we were talking about?
Yeah, the taco one.
And all that?
Got a lot of good ones out of that.
Yeah, that was a little wild one too. Not gonna lie.
It was. Kelvin, let's go here. Maybe you could set this up, right?
Yeah.
Your man, Steph Curry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Steph Curry obviously shocked the world really 13 years ago when he made that partnership with Under Armour. A lot of people, he started to become one of the best players in the world, MVPs. You kind of thought.
Because he was with Nike originally for 4 years.
Exactly.
Right?
You typically thought, stick with Nike, some crazy big deal would come, but he actually went to Under Armour. and has been there for 13 years, and they decided to split. They're saying that it was mutual.
Right.
If you kind of read into it, they said for Under Armour, this moment is about discipline and focus on the core of their brand during a critical stage.
We don't want you, Steph.
Yeah, we don't. And they mentioned how, they wanted to get more of the market share. For a company that's worth $5 billion, they only get $100 million in shoes. And they're like, thought they could be able to get some more. For Curry, he said, what Curry brand stands for, what I stand for, my commitment to that mission will never change. It's only growing stronger. I'm excited for a future that's focused on aggressive growth with a continued commitment to keep showing up for the next generation. So they're splitting and parting ways. So 13-year relationship now over. Curry can do what he wants, go where they do, as he chooses, and continues to build the brand. And Under Armour is going to try to grow their brand separately from him now.
I take away two things from this. A, Steph Curry didn't make a dent in the shoe game, right? Mm-hmm. As popular as Steph Curry was, whatever you want to say, with all the little kids wanting to shoot threes and be Steph Curry, they weren't buying his shoes. So that to me, that's a fact. And you remember the first pair of shoes he came out with looked like nurses' shoes. They were the big
Kaiser
white
Permanente
ones.
13s.
They were terrible. That's what they were.
Boy was the Kaiser Permanente, them Cedar Sinai 6s.
Am I right? They were terrible, Kelvin. They were bad. They looked like big, clumsy.
Hall monitor 5s.
Yeah.
Them were the hall monitors. The dude didn't watch you in high school. They were hall monitor 6s.
They were bad.
Cedar Sinai 6s is crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
And he didn't write that. I mean,
he had them St. Joseph 3s. I'm telling you,
that was pretty good.
The Providence 5s were crazy.
But so it tells me two things.
The Kaiser 7s.
Kaiser 7s, is that it? That one too?
Yeah, we all were like, wait, Steph, come on, Steph. Did you approve this stuff?
I know.
Did they sneak it out there without you looking?
Did you see these and you thought people were going to buy them? I was like, I remember what a big deal it was, Steph's signature shoe. And
because he was like this. It was his moment, right? Unanimous MVP, and he was just becoming this guy. Well, a little bit before that, but he was becoming the guy, and then.
But here's the other part. Steph's not as big as impact on basketball outside of the threes. And what I mean by, we know about being the all-time three maker and all that and revolutionizing the game from the standpoint of everybody wanting to take threes. But for them not to have some lifetime deal like the way Michael Jordan did, right? Because Michael, remember, became independent. Air Jordan became a brand from Nike. Yeah. Okay, this is what Curry wanted, was his own brand from Under Armour, right?
Yeah.
And they said, nah, we'll pass on that. And you just talked about it. The numbers never really made a dent in the sneaker business. And I think that they looked at that and go, Steph is not going to sell. I don't care if he's in control of it or what. Not going to sell sneakers. And we're not going to just give away money and have a lifetime contract or whatever. And I think that's a reflection of Steph not being able to really connect to all these people who supposedly love him. And and it's weird. LeBron's the same way. Like, his sneaker never really did anything. Too big, too clumsy, am I right? I mean, Kelvin, I even had a pair.
Yeah,
they were just too big.
They were too big. Name, but they did all right. He had a few years that did well. Kyrie's did
not
pretty well.
great.
Kobe's obviously did well. I'm just kind of naming some shoes that have done well, because the question becomes who kills it aside from Jordan? You know what I mean?
No, I get that, but yeah. Steph is the guy that all these. Like if anybody should have been able to grow a brand.
I'm agreeing with you.
Right? It's Steph Curry. All of those kids who were 5 and 6 and whatever. Ian, you know what I'm talking about? Like, he was the guy. Ian, how old are you? 20 what?
I'm 25, and I grew up watching Steph Curry as a Warriors fan.
You know that from the Bay Area.
That's my guy, absolutely. But also, and I'm trying to separate myself from the fandom here, but I just can't see it being the case that Under Armour told Steph Curry to go kick rocks.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it had to be his decision.
Yeah,
no?
I think Rob, I'm gonna tell you why
I don't agree with that.
Here's why I believe the mutual. I think one of the things about being in that Bay Area, if you look at Draymond, some of the moves he's made, you look at Andre. Andre Iguodala is a brilliant businessman. You ever can sit around and talk to him or hear him talk about it. Steph, a lot of those guys being up there, and because of Joe Lacob and so many people connected to that team, they've become extraordinarily business-minded being in the Silicon Valley area-ish. And I think there is a part of Steph that I do agree. The shoes weren't moving. Nobody was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go cop them new Curry 13s." I'm agreeing with you on that. But what I'm saying is, I think there's an element going back to your Jordan point that Steph wants to say, "I'd rather only move." I'm making up a number, 1 million units, but I'm an owner of that 1 million units.
No, but Michael Jordan with Nike Jordan, it's a Nike brand, but it's the Jordan brand.
But he gets a percent of, he owns the Jumpman, and he gets the percent of those old Jordans. That's why he can sit his butt down and make $1 billion a year just simply
but
off
I'm
of that.
saying for Steph, there's no way, like when you go out on your own and you're trying to do those your own sneakers or whatever, your own brand, you wind up doing the Shaqs that were at Payless for $15.99.
The Starberries.
Or the Starberries or the Ewings. Like those are the
Ewings were lit. Okay, the Ewings were the best out of all.
No, those were terrible. All of those.
You lucky I went in studio. We would have been the first time we fought.
No, I can't believe you bought a pair of Ewings. Oh my God.
Man, I had a pair.
Oh, no, you did not.
I had a pair of green suede Ewings.
You probably still
91.
got the blister still on your big toe, I bet.
No, that's from my Starberries.
Okay.
The Starberries, I wanted to support him. He came out to Flint. I was doing radio.
Terrible. Oh, my God.
At the Stephen Barry's. We sold a bunch of them. I bought a pair. I love the concept, what he was doing, Rob. I put out there.
You were
things on my feet to go
God.
hoop. Rob, I had to go good. I had to go. Like, I needed a pair of Kaiser Permanente 6s because I had to go to the hospital. Like, yo, my toe, my foot, my bunions.
You know, like it's hard to make a quality shoe.
For, boy. I said it.
15.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna make.
I got
shoes.
a pair of shoes for $9.99. I guess that's what I can deserve.
You remember the Shaqs, right? The Shaqs were the same thing.
Shaq still swear they're good. Shaq still will
I
fight
know.
you.
Matter of fact, I went to the Super Bowl party. Was that? Did we go to that Super Bowl party last year?
Oh yeah, you were there at New Orleans. Yeah.
And they had a Shaq.
The one you left me and Rob. You left us. They sent us pictures.
That's
Yo,
right.
It's lit. I'm with Denzel and Shaq and Jordan. Yeah, thanks, Rob.
That's right. I forgot about that. I did go without you guys. But anyway, they had a Shaq display with some of those. He's still pushing those sneakers or whatever.
Pushing. His son, so he's trying to have his son. He's got that show on, I want to say it's Netflix. He's got his son now trying to revitalize the Reebok brand because he bought Reebok. And
Reebok is fine, but those Shaqs or whatever. Yeah. Oh, my only point is, I think I don't.
No, I'm actually agreeing with you that he didn't move. You would have thought Steph Curry
of anybody,
hotter than LeBron, hotter than whoever. Well, obviously Kobe it didn't count as the last little couple years before he ultimately would pass. But hottest thing going, you thought it would resonate. I think a couple of bad things happened. I think him going with Under Armour because it kind of it's like when Kawhi went with New Balance. You're like, okay, and it's him going with New Balance. The first shoe looking like the Cedar Sinai 3s. And then also, you guys might feel me on this, Ian, because you're from the area. Steph, the person off the court, like the flair, the liveliness, he kind of like Tim Duncan.
So you're saying he's a snoozer, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Him on the court is magnetic. He's shimmying.
Ian, you agree with that?
Mouthpiece going everywhere.
I guess so. I wouldn't say Tim Duncan
Tim
as
might have went a little far.
Comparison. I see I see the point you're making for sure.
Because Tim Duncan he just wants a pair of sandals and shorts, and he doesn't say anything.
Hey, first of all, don't dish your Ross shopping brethren. You know he's shopping Ross.
Oh yeah,
the big fundamental from yesterday.
But what I mean, let me clarify what I mean. For all that he is on the court, the magnetic personality, shooting threes, shooting and turning around, he didn't really move the needle anything else. Like, you don't remember big-time commercials. You don't remember he wasn't in, like, his own Space Jam. Or, he didn't have these, like, hilarious viral moments. Like, he's kind of just chill, goes home with the fam, and, like...
Yeah, but if you want to be Steph, though, you want to wear the sneakers he's wearing, and that's usually...
I'm agreeing.
Right?
You guys
know
remember,
what I mean?
though, and this is kind of timely, you remember why he didn't end up going with Nike was because Nico Harrison messed up his name.
What did he call him again?
He called him like Stefan or something like that.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, Nico might have to just he might have to just call it a career, bro.
I think he did all right for himself.
I just don't know how you can then get a GM job at an NBA team after that.
Well, because I think they tried, like Rob Pelinka, right? Just an agent.
Thank
now
you. I was going to say.
And by the way,
Exhibit A.
Later on, we got to talk about a coach taking a shot at JJ. I don't know if y'all saw that.
No, I saw that. That was the greatest thing of all.
I was like, dang.
All right.
We got to talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, I just think to put a button on my point real quick, Rob. I think going with Under Armour, Shoe not being the greatest when it came out early, and also him not being the greatest pitchman, salesman. He's just kind of great on the court, but nothing else. Like Michael Jordan was great on the court, great salesman, pitchman. He was like larger than life. Steph kind of chill when he's off the court. You don't really hear much from him.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Why do you think Steph didn't resonate in the sneaker market? Did you ever own a pair of Steph's? Was it his personality? Was it the sneakers? And a lot of people thought he'd have a lifetime deal with Under Armour, right? But instead, they part company. What's the reason? I just think he didn't resonate enough. And that's shocking when you think everybody or every kid growing up in the last 10, 12, 15 years wanted to be Steph Curry, yet this is not materializing. 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple on a funky Flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you have a Kaiser Permanente 7 in the US of A.
Oh, very nice.
Williams had another comeback win, his fourth of the season, his fifth since the end of last season, both the most in the NFL.
7-3 in his last 10 games.
7-3. He's looking really, really good. Now, his passing numbers, 20 of 36, 220 touchdown, not great, but his receivers were credited with 6 drops. So take that into account.
In the middle of the game, there was one throw he threw in the end zone. Did you see that one? Rob G.
Zacchaeus just right off his hands.
Yeah. Like I'm not. It would have been a great catch, yeah. But was it catchable for an NFL wide receiver?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But where he really showed out and where he really made his money was in the fourth quarter, especially with his legs. 52 yards on the ground in the fourth quarter, including the game-winning touchdown run. After the game, had his head coach Ben Johnson speaking glowingly of his quarterback.
He looks like a Houdini back there in the backfield because, like I said, that's a really good pass rushing front that they've given a lot of teams fits. I think Burns is leading the NFL in sacks, and so there are times where he's trying to escape and making some things happen. He had a couple throws down the field, but like you said, over 50 yards again rushing for the second week in a row. And I thought in the fourth quarter there, we really needed that as a shot in the arm to end up winning that ball game. So credit to him.
No doubt about it. One of his teammates yelled greatness in the background, which was cool. You know what I mean? He got the game ball, and he just put his head down and worked. He's not listening to all the noise. And there's just an anti, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A lot of people don't like him because he's a different cat.
That's all.
And you notice in football, they want you to be the same. They want you to be a robot.
Yeah.
They want you to live and breathe football. Nothing else matters. They don't want you to paint your nails.
Yeah.
They don't want you to cry to your mom. All that. It should be about, can you play?
Yeah.
Like nothing else. I just don't understand. You know, like you can talk about the Bears haven't had a quarterback since Sid Luckman, okay? Like they've had a quarterback forever and a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to just sit here and keep Cam Newton was spouting today, oh, you shouldn't be down. Well, which one is it? When Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay didn't have a lot of comeback victories because he was always ahead, they used that as he can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tom Brady had a lot of comeback. They used that as a positive. Oh, look, Tom Brady, man, when push comes to shove, he always bails out the team.
Right.
Which one is it? Caleb doesn't throw interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you force him, he stayed. And I watched. He was in the pocket.
Yeah.
And when he had to get out of the pocket, He got out of pocket and made big plays. I think he's developing nicely. I'm not saying he's the next coming of anybody. I just think that he's progressing nicely. What don't you like from the stuff that you see?
Well, Rob, he's a victim of expectations, right? I mean, people were saying he was going to be the best draft prospect at the quarterback position since whoever the last great was, right? That's what
since the Louisiana Purchase was in escrow.
Right. So he's fallen victim to that. But also he's fallen victim to the thing that you just said, and I think you hit it on the head, is people don't like him. They think he's different. He isn't the quarterback from your grandfather's day when he got the bloody face and he got the picture of his elbow all scraped up and he's gritty and he's the guy that can go win you a game that way. He's not that guy. He's a guy that, like you said, he's progressed, I think, at a pace that people thought is a little bit slow for their taste, and that's fine. But when your head coach, who openly criticized you at the beginning of the year, has changed his tenor on you and said, no, he's progressing at a really nice rate right now, and we like what he's doing. And now the teammates are speaking openly about him as well.
Yes.
Now, he's won over their locker room, and he has the goods to get it done.
I don't know. You know this, Kerry. You got games you're about to lose.
Yeah.
And this dude is coming up with big throws and winning games.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Sports has a short menu. Wins and losses. Nothing else, Kerry. You don't leave the locker room during your Jets days or Cardinals days and go, well, good thing we only lost by 5. Nobody, because I hear people say that. Well, they're getting better. Yeah, they only lost by 5. No. Hey, now. It is the Odd Couple.
Go ahead.
I didn't know if you were there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I might have been jamming out a little too long. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Funky Flashback Friday. It's your boys. Lamar Mitchell getting ready to join us in a little bit. We'll talk to him. Get ready for the odds on this weekend, these games in the NFL. We'll do that in just a little bit. And don't forget to check out the YouTube. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube right now who is watching. As always, we appreciate it. All you got to do, search Odd Couple FSR, Odd Couple FSR. Find us there, like it, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. It is greatly appreciated. So go check out the brand new YouTube channel for us, the Odd Couple FSR. All right, Rob. Hey, we talked about it earlier, me and you, before the show started. We were like, man, I think a lot of people would, kind of be interested in this because Steph Curry's been maybe the biggest, LeBron the biggest, those two guys, 1, 2, 3, wherever. And yet his shoes just don't fully resonate with people. Now parting ways with Under Armour. Why is that? 877-99 on Fox. What we got?
Jesse in Vegas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jesse?
Hey, what's up, fellas? I just gotta think that the way that we consume media and the way the advertiser dollars are spent has changed so much. There's like 3 major channels in ESPN that probably had 99% of like the sports watchers' market share back in the day. So you could see Spike Lee commercials that would be a massive event, being like it's got to be the shoes. In fact, the last great shoe marketing campaign I remember seeing is Lil Penny. That's about the last time I even remember.
Little Penny, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But they aren't doing that anymore because there's so many different. They're spread so thin with all these streaming services and media consumption. I don't think they focus on big campaigns like that anymore.
I agree with that part. I'm just surprised that Steph wasn't able to move the needle. I get, Kawhi and New Balance, but every little kid wanted to be Steph. That's the part that I'm trying to
And I think they said
figure
instead
out.
of
Thanks,
the shoe,
Jesse.
they said, instead of the shoe, let me get a jersey, Mom.
Exactly.
I
don't want to wear those shoes, right? No way.
I'll pass on the hall monitor twos. Let me just get the jersey.
Dre in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Yo, what up, though?
How you?
Yo, what up, though?
I'm good. Hey, Rob, you're not gonna front on them Ewins like them Ewins wasn't that deal for a lot of
Please,
people.
Tell him, Dre.
I never wore a pair of Ewins.
You gotta remember, you was probably in your mid-20s when they came out. We, as a team, them jokers was popping, bro.
Man, I had
Them
the
boys
black
was
and forest green suede ones. Me and my sister. I had a pair. She had a pair.
I bet you your big toe is still black from wearing those.
First off, mind your business, okay?
Hey, no, but I think the issue was with Steph. He went to Under Armour because Under Armour wasn't no cool name, and even though Steph was, it didn't bring no coolness. And we all know who drive the fashion world, and we wasn't jumping on Under Armour because they didn't go with no regular outfit. And if you think about back when Jordan really popped because they was a status. Only a certain kind of lifestyle could wear those type of shoes.
Yeah, but even other ones. I'm just saying for Steph's popularity. And all the kids wanting to be Steph. Hey, I want to look like Steph. I want the jersey. I want the sneakers he wears. All these kids were Steph fans. That's all I'm saying. And they grew up.
But that's like a pretty woman being with an ugly broke dude. Don't nobody want her no more. It's like, all right, yeah, something must be wrong. You with her, you with him. So, that's just my thing. I think if he'd went to Nike, the SC ones would have been popping.
Man, let me tell you something. That was the most Detroit analogy. He's like, let me tell you something. See, that's like a pretty girl, and then she with an ugly dude. Something wrong with her, because why she get with him? Oh, man.
Leo on Long Island. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Leo?
Hey, fellas. Well, I got to say, Kelvin, tonight my buddy from Wall Street calls me, and he was like, yo, we dodged the biggest bullet here in Wall Street since Trump's tariffs. And I was like, what happened? And it was like, yo, Wall Street would have taken a huge hit because imagine Aaron Judge not winning MVP. Like MLB broad stock would have been tanking so hard they wouldn't be able to close the market here.
Wow.
I was like, man, you are right. You are right, brother.
You are 1,000. Every now and again, you got to throw somebody a lob. They threw MLB bro a lob. Like, go ahead, make Aaron Judge the MVP.
Fight the power.
I gotta say, Rob, I disagree with you when it comes to Curry because the thing is, Under Armour gave him his own brand. I mean, they signed De'Aaron Fox as a Steph Curry athlete. They started retroing the shoe. But the problem is, it's not Nike. There is a certain appeal with Nike shoes. Like, the kids, they're all wearing Jaws and, Nike shoes. Like, it's hard to sell an Under Armour shoe without, like, the sweatpants or the sweatshirt.
You should want to be like Steph, though, is my point, though.
It doesn't appeal to people like that, Rob. And besides, Rob, we know you're not a true New Yorker because you never had a pair of the Ewing. I mean, come on,
tell him.
Right now.
Tell him, Leo.
Leo, you got Ewings in your closet right now?
Yes, Rob, I still got a pair.
Oh, wow. I can't
Rob,
believe it.
I can't believe you disrespect them. Ewings were hard, man. You tripped. I was with you on the mother one, not the Ewings.
Hey, let's squeeze in one more real quick.
Matter of fact, Rob, when you lose that bet and the Lions go to this playoff, I want a pair of Ewings.
All right, I'll get you Ewings. I'll get you Ewings.
Settle down.
All right, Kevin in Culver City, real quick. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kevin?
Guys, good.
All the time.
Want to thank my mom. For giving me my Jordans when I was 10 years old. I had my patent leathers, black and red patent leathers. And I want to tell you something right now. The shoe game is different. Nobody is cool is rocking those ugly Under Armour Curry shoes. Kyrie Irving's shoes were selling more than Stephen Curry's shoes. Kyrie Irving's shoes was a very popular shoe. And today in the market, the rappers are moving shoes. Travis Scott, the Yeezys. It's not how it was back in the day when we just had the Jordans. Back in the day, the cool factor was having the Jordans, having that.
Yeah, but I thought Steph was cool, and all the kids wanted to be like him, Kevin.
Steph is a great player, but it's kind of cornballs to be wearing some Steph Currys if you're a kid playing basketball. That's just the way it is.
Unless you want to be a nursing student.
Kyrie's, or you want to be in some Kobe. It's not hitting like that.
All right, Kevin. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
It definitely.
We got to get to Mr. DeSantis.
Appreciate it. We got Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM director, on the other side. We'll talk some odds with him right now. Steve DeSager going to get you set on what's trending.
Hello, we got 2 college football games going on tonight on Fox TV at 8th-ranked Oregon. Ducks have just scored again mid-first quarter. Oregon leads Minnesota 14-0. Just starting the second half at number 20 Louisville. Clemson leading the Cardinals 10-9 as Louisville missed an extra point kick. Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco still out this weekend with a knee injury. Kansas City's at Denver on Sunday. Broncos running back J.K. Dobbins out with a foot injury, and going on IR is possible. Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. is officially out after this week's appendectomy. And Houston quarterback C.J. Stroud out with a concussion. Giants quarterback Jackson Dart out with a concussion. To the NBA scoreboard, about 5.5 minutes to go at New York. The Knicks still leading Miami 126-113. Karl Anthony Towns 36 points, most of that in the first half. It's just gone final at Orlando. The Magic beat Brooklyn 105-98 without Paolo Banchero. He was out with a strained groin. The Nets now 1-11. Pistons holding on 94-92 over Philadelphia with 9 minutes to go. Houston's winning again, 86-67 over Portland in the third. A Rockets win would put them at 8-3. Lakers right now 8-4 and winning big at New Orleans, 81-66 as they approach mid-third quarter. Luka Doncic, 22 points, a lot of that from the line. He has 9 assists, just 1 turnover so far. In men's college basketball, 9 minutes to go. 11th-ranked Texas Tech now up 57-48 on Milwaukee. And we've got at TCU a lead for the home team against number 6 Michigan, 21-17 in the first half. Coming up in Inglewood, UCLA against Arizona in a top 20 matchup. Just 4 NHL games, including a Nashville win in overtime today against Pittsburgh, 2-1. Canucks tied 3-3 at Carolina with 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Number 2 ranked Jannik Sinner won his match at the season-ending ATP Finals. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Hey, have a great weekend, brother. Appreciate it as always. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday.
I told you about the Nets plus 14.5. Didn't I tell you that one?
You did tell me about that. By the way, the Nets.
1-11.
There's a few teams in the NBA. It's just like, what are we doing there?
Yep,
I don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel with those teams. Aches and pains, they can sneak up during the holiday hustle and bustle. And Aleve can help you forget the pain and make some happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. It is now time for our brother, Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM Trading, Director of Trading. Lamar, what's up, brother?
What's happening?
What's up, fellas? What's up? How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Doing great. It's rainy and cold out here in L.A. We don't know how to act. Everybody acting like it's the Armageddon end of the world, but we know we're pushing through, brother.
It'll be okay. All right, let's get started.
Can't deal with all that rain. Can't deal with all that rain here.
What's that?
Too much rain. We can't deal with that rain.
Yeah, I know.
You know how it is.
You know. All right, we got the big game of the week Sunday as the Eagles host the Lions. Philly is a 2.5-point favorite even. With A.J. Brown drama that's all going on there. Where are the sharps on this one?
Well, Rob, they've been all over the place on this. Initially, they basically laid the number on the Eagles. They laid it initially when we opened at 1.5. They laid the 2. They laid the 2.5. Took back a little bit at 2.
and they're sitting pretty right now at 2.5. The Sharps are definitely on the Eagles here. Joe Public is on the Lions, though. 2-1 clip and tickets, and money's about 6-1 in favor of the Lions here. So
yeah, I mean, they've been playing better football, but the Eagles are, the better team in the sense, the better record and reigning champs. So I can see why it's kind of split that way. It's a battle at the top of the NFC West, Lamar, as the Seahawks. They're going to travel to SoFi to take on the Rams. That should be a good one. It's currently a tie atop that division. So will this decide who takes the lead? The Rams are favored, but the Seahawks have been humming on both sides of the ball. So where are the experts on this one?
The experts who drive the market on this are all on the Rams. I know Seattle's undefeated on the road, but this is a classic Joes versus Pros game. The Joes are about 2-1 in favor of the Seahawks. Money is 2-1 in favor of the Rams, and the Sharps late this number as soon as we open it up at 2.5, and we're sitting at 3. So, yeah, the Sharps are definitely on the Rams, where the public is all on the Seahawks.
All right, this week's international game is in Madrid, where I've been, as the Dolphins face the Commanders. Is averaging Washington is averaging the 6th highest yards per carry average in the NFL, while the Dolphins are allowing the 5th highest such average. Do you see the Commanders having a dominant day on the ground against that defense?
Based upon the betting market here, Rob, definitely not. I mean, this is Sharps and Joe's money. It looks pretty ugly if you're a Commanders fan. Money's about 15-1 in favor of the Dolphins. Ticket count's about 3-1 in favor of the Dolphins. And the Sharps have laid that number as soon as we opened up at 1, went to 1.5, and sitting pretty at 2.5 right now. So it's definitely Joe's and the Pros are all on the Dolphins here. So it doesn't look like the Commanders will be able to run the ball.
All right, I want to go to this one. This is a weird, kind of a tricky one. Green Bay has really been struggling in recent weeks, right? Haven't looked good. And they faced the Giants on the road this week despite struggling. Though they're still favored by more than a touchdown here. It's set to be Jameis Winston, so we might get 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's going to be under center for New York. Would this look any different if this was Jackson Dart, or maybe does he and Winston around the same?
You know, that's a funny, that's a weird question you asked because, I mean, the Packers have struggled offensively the last few games, and it's been evidenced by how the Sharps have bet this total from 44.5 down to 44, and the public, they're still on the Packers 6-1 clip and tickets. Money's about 10-1, but the Sharps have kind of been back and forth. So I believe if Jackson Dart were playing, you might see more money from the Sharps on the Giants, because right now the Sharps are basically 50-50 on this game, but the public is still all on Packers.
I can see Jameis doing some big things.
Yeah, throw 4 interceptions. Here we go.
And 4 touchdowns.
You know it. I know. That's him all over. The Bengals head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers this week. Both offenses are competent, but both defenses have struggled. On the top of that, 5 straight Bengals games have hit the over. I have to assume that there are a lot of action on the over point total in this one.
Oh, you're absolutely right there, Rob. The money's about 3-1 in favor of the over, and the ticket count's about 3-1 in favor of the over. Not very much money coming in on the under right now, and looks like the Sharps have actually bet this on the over too as well, because we're going to see, Joe Flacco can put up some points, and this might be a game where the Steelers' offense gets healthy. So we'll see what happens, but definitely they're betting the over in this game, both sides, from the Joes and the Pros.
All right, Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM, Director of Trading, joining the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Funky Flashback Friday. So I'm looking at the board, Lamar. The Monday night game is tied for the highest point total of the week as the Cowboys face the Raiders in Vegas. Overs are 5-1 in the Cowboys the last 6 games, and I'm assuming that most of the action is on over there with them, right?
Well, that's a funny thing you should say, because ticket transaction, because the Raiders can't score recently, and the Cowboys put up a stinker as far as scoring points last week before they went on their bye. Ticket count's about 3-1 on the under, but the actual big money that's coming in on this total, because they know the Cowboys defense hasn't allowed anybody to, they've allowed everybody to score. It looks like the money's coming in at about a 3-1 clip on the over. So the Sharps haven't really done anything with this on this total. So the public is split. You got the big money coming in on the total over, but you got the volume of transactions on the under. So, Raiders country here and Cowboys. So we'll see what happens on Monday night.
All right, looking on the board, the biggest point spread of the week, the Ravens favored by 7.5 over the Browns. Even with the awesome Browns defense allowing the second lowest yards per game in the NFL, and Lamar Jackson dealing with knee soreness this week, should we take this as a sign of that the Ravens are back in form, or is it more about how terrible the Browns are, or a little bit of both? What goes into the point spread in this game?
Not so fast, as Lee Corso would say. The Sharps have been on the Browns on this, believe it or not, and that could be because of the injury report with Lamar Jackson on there. But they definitely took, when we first opened this game up, they took the points and bet it all the way down to 7.5 where we're at now. They basically bet this total down, so they're giving the Browns some credit on their defense. So it's the public is definitely on the Ravens, but the Sharps basically have been saying, hey, these are too many points, and we don't know how healthy Lamar Jackson is going to be in this situation. So we'll see what happens, Joes versus pros.
Yeah, it's a divisional game, familiar foe, so I can see that. Last one for me, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs traveling to Denver to face the Broncos this week. The Chiefs looking to avoid losing 2 straight games for the second time this season. They haven't lost 2 straight multiple times in the season since 2017, Lamar. So does that affect this line at all, just kind of the history of them and losing twice in a row?
Well, the one thing they have going for them and not losing 2 straight, kind of like when the Patriots had Brady, they wouldn't lose 2 straight very often. But you're right. As long as the Chiefs have number 15, that goes into the equation for making this line here. We haven't had a lot of action on this. The Joes have been on the Chiefs, of course. Money and tickets is about 3-1 in both. But the public, we initially opened this at 4, and because like we were just talking about the other game with the Bengals and the Steelers, this is a divisional game, and the Sharps took that 4 immediately, and we're still sitting pretty at -3.5 on the Chiefs. So as long as the Chiefs have number 15, it's going to be hard for them to lose 2 in a row.
Well, I don't know about that. I know you guys are all thinking like this is before, but the Broncos' defense is unbelievable, and this isn't the same Chiefs team. They haven't beaten – they're not beating any good teams. Look at their record. They haven't beaten anybody. That's the scary part. And last year they were 11-0, Lamar, in one-score games. This year, 0-4.
I will say this, Rob. The Broncos' defense has played some JV offenses recently. So their defense is fattening up those numbers from JV offenses. So we'll see what happens, but that's why they play the games, right?
No doubt.
That is, and that's why we got NFL picks again. Pick 'em coming up, too.
That's
next.
why I'm winning that. You know I'm winning that, Lamar,
Hey, my phone,
right?
my headphones tripping.
Hello?
I can't hear
Yes,
you. Lamar, thank you, brother. Appreciate it always.
Thanks, fellas.
Have a great weekend.
No doubt. Appreciate it. NFL picks here. Pick 'em coming up. Plus, last call, 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. Last call. Get in on the action. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports.
Things are a blank show.
Can't say he ain't honest.
Yeah, and he said he's struggling out there. So, of course, his coach was asked about it earlier today. Nick Sirianni said it's not a distraction. But A.J. Brown, credit to him, met with the media about an hour ago and elaborated on his frustrations.
Obviously, I want to win too, and I think if we're really focusing on winning and doing our job, like, we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. At what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense that we're so great, And that's what I'm getting at. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No, it's been week after week sometimes we're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. So you can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over that and you expect to win late in the year and you think you're going to go to it at the end of the year. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Last year, what it was, thank you for the ring, but it's a new season. They adapted. We have to adapt, and we have to continue to get better and try to find new ways. So that's where the frustration comes in, because
He's full of crap, A.J. Brown. And if I was the Eagles and I could move on from him, I would.
They had a chance.
He's a distraction. Sirianni can be as nice as he wants. Oh, it's not a distraction. It's about winning. You're winning. And guess what? The same way you give credit to the defense and how well they're playing, give the Green Bay Packers some credit as well on their defense. Maybe they played great, and you did just enough to win. You ever think about that? You're not going to score 35 points every game. This is about you because there were games where he got numbers and still wasn't happy. He wasn't happy the next week, right? Because he had a big week, and the next week he only got 3 or 4 targets or whatever it was, and he was belly aching. Come on, dude. What are you doing? You have a chance to do something special. Win another one, back-to-back. Win and move on. Yes, we know that there's more firepower and more stuff there. When the running game got shut down in the Super Bowl, guess what happened? Jalen Hurts was able to throw the ball around, and they steamrolled the Kansas City Chiefs. It is there. Sometimes you got to win and move on. It was a struggle. Those things happen, Kelvin. Come on, man. Stop making it where you have to you coming off a big win in Green Bay.
True.
And you're worried about you and your stats? Come on. I can't take it. I wouldn't want that guy on my team.
Well, honestly, Rob, a lot of people echo the same sentiments, and me and you have been talking about it essentially now, but not even just this year. We talked about it last year. Remember, these were conversations they were having last year. Then they kind of tried to quiet the storm. He and Jalen Hurts had a little weird thing going on. Then they said, no, we're good. Jalen Hurts, how you feel? We good. You can tell, like, something ain't good. Nick Sirianni had to get in the middle of it. Then he busts out the book and all that. So we talked about it last year. Talked about it earlier this year. Then they had a chance before the trade deadline. What were they going to do? People were wondering. And they put it out there. We're not trading AJ. We're not trading AJ. We're not trading AJ. And they didn't. And here we are. Now, here's the thing, Robs. I'll tell both of y'all. What he just said, that last spiel, I actually wish that was the first thing he said. Because to me, that wasn't the weird cryptic tweets, the weird cryptic posts on Instagram, the weird walking out and not doing interviews, the weird book. I like what he said there because what have we heard if you've been paying attention to the NFL last few weeks? A lot of time, the Cincinnati Bengals trying not to blame their defense because they're saying we're a team, we're a unit. You know, yes, the offense is rolling right now, the defense. There are times where one side of the ball is going to be playing better than others. And I like him saying we want to help out. We want to compete. The Baltimore Ravens, right? Offense, easy, 20, 30, 40 points easily. Defense, that wasn't great early on.
But the only problem with that, and I get it, but it's only when he doesn't have numbers that there's an issue. So it's not just about it's about I'm not getting any numbers.
So where I'm going with this, though, is if he said that initially, right? If someone said, hey, offense hasn't been going, only this amount of points, what's going on? And he said that, I would have been all right. Yo, we got to get this thing rolling. You know, our defense, we've been relying on. It's not fair to that unit side of the ball. I would be all right with that. It's that it's combined with that, cryptic tweets, weird messages here, not speaking there, pointing fingers there, and it just continues to be exhausting. And my thing is this, Rob. What if they lose him when they need him most? And I was talking to Rob G earlier. It's not about a reception per se. What if they lose him, Rob, when they needed him to do sometimes if you know the game, I need you to run full steam so that the defense thinks you actually are running a route as we're about to give this ball to Saquon. What if he what's it? What if we're running with Saquon here or we're going to do a quarterback sneak and he doesn't block? You know what I mean? Those things that are not necessarily on the stat sheet. And you lose him in the regard of those types of things. That's detrimental to the team. for the odd couple. Who we got, Rob?
John in Durham. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, and you are the last call. What's up, John?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Doing great.
Good.
Okay, I just wanted to make a big point I think we're missing about Steph's shoes, and not just Steph's shoes, but the basketball shoe industry as a whole right now. It is not going at all towards fashion like it was in the 2000s, like it was in the 90s. Obviously, Jordan made shoes that were horrible to play in. His shoes were horrible to play in, but you could wear them out on your day-to-day. Almost every basketball player's shoes now that they're making, they're actually for the court. And the last player to really be able to make both of those mixed together was Kobe. He made shoes that you could play on the court and that you could actually wear. But if no one's wearing them every day now just because they're great for the court.
I get that. But Steph's shoes were never good. He never sold anything. And my point to you, John, is he was such a big star. Everybody wanted to imitate and be Steph Curry. I'm shocked that they didn't at least try to be like, yo, I want the jersey, I want the sneakers he has on, I want something. He never moved the needle.
Yeah. I
Is that
agree.
fair?
You would see. Yeah, that's fair. You would see his shoes like in a pickup game or something. But you're right. Around town,
they just weren't. They just weren't
Right.
walking around with them like you saw. Obviously, Jordan's on another level, but
If
you
you
saw
were-
Kobe's, LeBron's,
If you were in a
Kyrie's.
hospital and you looked at the person pushing the wheelchair, they would probably have those on. I'm just saying.
Without a doubt, the security at the
you know who wears
hospital?
them? It's the old guys that need the ankle support.
Yes.
That's where I see Curry's the most.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
Let me
John,
look. I'm about to look
appreciate
up.
you,
Hold
my
on.
man.
I'm about to
Thank
look
you.
up some news. Let me see if he got any that I like. Go ahead. All right. Well, we got to get to NFL picks and pickers.
Yeah, let's
get
do it.
there.
We only got 2 minutes. Let's go.
Go. Let's go.
You ready to retire?
I'm good in 2 minutes. Let's
The
make it
Odd
happen.
Couple is gonna vice, corruption. It's their pigskin pick-off.
I mean,
Let's
like
do it.
making rice and stuff.
I love
Everything's not funny.
Now, Alex lowered the music so that he could get that for a drop. I know what he's up to here. But anyway, let's jump in. So the Detroit Lions are going to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. The Eagles, as the
I hate
home
this
team, are favored by 2.5 points. Start with you, Rob. Who you got?
I got Philly all day. I mean, this will be 6-4 for the
No,
Lions.
don't do that because you said
All
the
right, go ahead.
Commanders
Yeah,
an
go
easy
quick,
pick.
Go quick.
Detroit, go Detroit.
All right, next up, the Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 3.5 points over the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are the
Chiefs.
home team, though.
Broncos. Defense is good, and they'll stop Mahomes.
All right, next
Chiefs.
up, the Seattle Seahawks are going to Los Angeles to face the Rams. The Rams are favored by 3.5 points as the home team.
Seahawks.
Rams.
See, Kelvin's a homer. He just
All right.
picks the home teams.
Cincinnati Bengals are going to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 5.5 points as the home team. Who you got?
Steelers. Unbelievable. You can't even give that one up.
I threw up. I know. I threw up.
Threw
in
up
my
in your mouth. I know you did.
All right, and the last one, the Buccaneers are going to Orchard Park to face the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored
Ooh,
by
tough.
5.5 points. Who you got?
Wow.
I'm going Bills. That's a tough one though.
I'm gonna take Tampa. They'll lose, but they'll cover that 5.5.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
You're right, Rob. You were good in 2 minutes. There you go.
All right, and what about last week? Do you have our numbers? Or
Yeah, we have those.
Yeah, so the running total now is Rob, you're at 25-25. Kelvin, you're at 20-30.
Wow. 5-game lead.
Yeah.
Man.
Man,
what did
I'm
I do? I
feeling
can't even
good.
do the math of what I did last week. I don't
were
remember what
terrible.
that was.
How
You
about
got one
that?
last week. 2 last week, Kelvin. You got 2.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?